Test either way.
Lanham, he's moved into position now as well, but they just don't have any lockdown, they don't have any team fight. These heroes of RNG don't do anything.
Yep. And now you're gonna have the wards being placed down here from NIP, try and secure this top jungle. Already got that good one up on the high ground.
The slow, steady push and holding on to that Warlock ulti like you're talking about. I mean, I don't know, it feels like even when they're pushing down these towers and making moves around the map, you're still getting like tons of farm on this Mirana, which is almost ahead of the Omni Knight right now. I don't know, it feels like even when they're pushing down these towers and making moves around the map.
Soxa. That is the power of the Skywrath mage. He just walked out of the trees, concussive, Ancient Seal ulti. Done. And that's why you see the Atos built, not the nulls, because the nulls you really only need for the arcane.
PPD gonna go down as well. So 2 quick kills by RNG, and suddenly they're back in it. They lose towers, but able to take a couple heroes with them.
They're still in the danger zone, though. Alchemist is still going to get a pretty good timing on the Radiance, because I think they had some stacks down there, too, while he was farming, even though he's locked to just one camp, or rather one of the triangles on that dire side in there. It is still an Alchemist.
And the bounty runes help with that as well.
Yeah, very true there. Well positioned.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not going to get as many this time, though.
Yeah, he gets a couple of, that's the Radiance completed.
Yeah, we'll get to 2 and 2.
I'll take that.
3-3, I believe this is going to be the almost completed Spirit Vessel. Or, excuse me, Solar Crest for 3-3.
Yeah, just missing the ultimate.
Dire are scanning.
He's feeling good about it. That does open up Roche for them if they want to take it with just the Medallion. Don't really need to be worried about that much team fight on the side of RNG, although maybe the Radiance Rain in there could be a bit of the problem.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough call because it's like if we Roche there right now, we're still getting some of that breathing room. It might have been that they've just seen the Radiance, so like, okay, Radiance is up already anyway, there's no point fighting him right now. We have to try and kill him before the next item, so put this Aegis onto our probably OD. Oh, never mind, it'll be Slack. It's going to be
yeah.
It will shine with my eyes.
Fusel first for Ace after that Midas. Won't have it if they want to go immediately.
Okay. I'm fine with that too, especially because he's going Blink. It can go either way. It's like, okay, well, our Slack's going Diffusal, so like, doesn't have a defensive item yet. We want to give him Aegis, but our Phados just going straight Blink. So he also is not going to have a very good defensive item after this fail, rather.
Afu looking like dead meat here, just getting eaten up by the axes as well as by the Horus Flyby. There to save his buddy though. IP, they do have an opening if they want to go for some type of Aurora play, but not going to opt to go for it. It is pretty bold to take the Beastmaster with the Mirana into an Omni Knight, but that hard to spell.
The armor of omniscience.
Yeah, it can be a bit tough.
Chase down, trying to fight. RNG willing to go into this, even though there is an Aegis on the OD. And well, Ace pummels into Lanham, does a good bit of damage, draining that mana with the Diffusal Blade. With that, it looks like they're going to back out again.
Okay,
They're still farming.
He can't fight on Sky once he loses that mana.
Yeah. Well, they've got great vision. Oh, Flyby's in trouble. Arrow goes out, able to connect. Still the status resistance working. The roar comes out afterwards. But the save from Afu up on the high ground. They see him here, but the Warlock ulti going to connect onto 2. Not bad. Also not necessarily amazing.
Well, what happened was that they tried doing the exact same thing with the Shadow Demon before. Like when Afu got gone on, they could have golemed, they could have killed him and then started pushing into the tower. But instead NIP pulled back because they want a better target than that. They don't want this like Shadow Demon 300 gold buyback or whatever when they're going to be pushing the tower with this golem. They'd rather just get a kill on something like the Omni Knight instead.
But are they even going to get the tower for free? Oh, Yule Scepter. That's pretty nice. The catch, interrupting.
The arrow just helping to give him some space.
Yeah, but like you see Omni Knight suddenly back up again, and now RNG looking like they maybe want to chase here. Fada's completely away from the rest of his team, and in no man's land, he's going to get caught out. That's Aegis down, and RNG suddenly in a really good position to take this catch for the kill on Fada.
They got an arrow in the back line, though. Oh, Ace, too slow on the right clicks.
And completely discombobulated, almost slipping through this one.
Oh.
Ace needs to run away. This TP moving in. Setsu wants to take him down. Does have the chase. They've got a light strike right in a second. Who are they going to find? Don't get anybody as of yet. Still the chase coming from RNG as Monet is there. Ace is running over an observer ward. Slowed down yet again, but the continued lift up. There it is. Yule Scepter up on the high ground, finding the kill. RNG eating up NIP.
Yeah, discombobulated, as he said. Perfect way to put it. The positioning there, we had half the heroes on the right side of the tower, the other half on the left. And you had Fada and Soxa just sort of split there, and Soxa's fine with that. Because he's got survivability, he's got mobility stuff going on there. And Fada, once he got Yule's up though, I think they kept tagging him and he couldn't really find a blink, and then he's trapped next to them. So things got a little bit dicey there. I don't mind them trying to stay for that tower because they had the big spells, right? They still had Sanities. I mean, I know you're missing the Golem, but...
Yeah, they didn't have Roar either.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, but it's tough.
They need the BKB on the Slark, so then there's going to be the BKB on the Alk, but that's not the scariest item on the Alk, it's the one after that.
Right. Well, it's sort of that weird moment, right, of like, our team is super strong late game, but we're also strong right now, so let's try and fight. But it's not like the time when they're at their strongest. It just happens that they had a really good early game too.
Nice shadow here.
Roar comes out, stomp, follow up, get the jump, get the catch, not for the kill though, and Setsu able to limp through it. They're running these guys down. The ulti onto Ace, so still trying to chase. God, this upheaval is just really annoying to deal with.
That was almost the most insane combination I've, like, if 3-3 had just made that play, he just roared the Mirana, or roared the Lina, and while they're killing her, he stomped the Omni so that he couldn't Heavenly Grace. If they had have killed her, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the guy's got really good micro, but holy.
Now, unfortunate, they had more friends.
Yeah.
Dire's structures.
Well, 20 minutes in, 1,000 gold lead.
This Lina is... He's got bots, blink Yules.
I mean, have they made enough space for Monet at this point, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's all about this Ace BKB. They need to win that fight so hard when he has it, because the blink dagger's gonna be up from Monet soon, and to me, that's the really scary item on this hero. You get 15, you get the health, the blink, you just go.
Caught in some trouble. All of these saves that they've got on this team, but that means that OD doesn't have a save for himself. Monet chases forward. They got him caught. The Radiance burn. It's enough for the kill.
The amp.
Oh, save your buddy syndrome. Not what you want to see at this point in time. They do buy back on the Warlock to come in for the ultimate, but it is doing nothing at this stage. No. RNG, they have everybody except for the Shadow Demon, and now they have the stun on the Soxa, rooted up, killed off. Another round from RNG.
Oh, the Alchemist, the hero. That spell amp with the Alch is actually so sick. He's like getting destroyed by that Radiance when he's the Ancient Seal on top of him. Oh. This guy's so good. What a hero. He's got his issues, sure.
Do you
He's
feel
very glass
vindicated?
cannony. I do. Watching the Sky do well, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a reason why he's not super popular.
It was a really good game for it here as well. Like, that's part of the reason. Some of those other ones. So the mass blink daggers. This is something that people always talk about when you mention blink initiators, is the fact that you get a couple of them and it starts to add up. The relative value for traditional item goes higher and higher. Monet blinks in, stuns. Can follow up by Lina getting there very quickly afterwards.
Yeah. It's also, though, one of those things where if you get the jump as the enemy team, it's punishable, because they have all this gold invested in mobility that some fights you can't actually use, and then it's not in stats. But they don't have that problem at the moment. He has the plus 50 damage now for sieging the buildings, didn't take the health. Not worried about the burst damage, clearly, or making some more room for his ultimate. I guess he's the stats or the Heavenly Grace, right, for the bonus strength. So again, another good reason that he doesn't feel like he needs it, like our Alpha in the previous game. Ace here, has a hop, skip, jump away.
So, how do you rate this answer of the Omni Knight in this this game? Like, a lot of people are saying, okay, if Mirana becomes so core, we're just going to start seeing Omni Knight now. But do you like it here?
I like it because they have the Alch and the Lina, like double stun other cores.
Stop. Oh, good interrupt, but it's not enough. He tried to catch there, but when status resistance just wasn't there.
Yeah, I think it's just all about like the team that's around the Omni. I mean, we've seen some pretty bad Omni.
true.
Another quick one. It's a Warlock with a ulti, but it's still a Warlock. 3 gold going the way of Flyby. She does need, because that's one of the problems with Omni, is a core hero, is that he's a hard time farming it up.
Feels like Sox has been nursing this Aghanims for a while to get it finished off.
Yeah, I thought he almost had it a while back.
Yeah. Couple deaths here, there. I mean, he's only had 2 so far. Let's make things a little bit tough. It is the BKB coming out now for Ace.
Yeah, but look how close Setsu is to Eggs.
I know. That's the problem.
Oh, man.
That damage.
It allows it to slice through spell immunity. I love that.
I mean, the thing too is like, already Ace has been going for this build that's, you know, aimed at being that long duration damage type of thing, but Setsu can just like burst him when he gets this level 18, which is about to have.
If he gets, all right, if he's level 18 right now with Aghanims, he'll be doing 942 pure damage.
Right.
Let me just click on this Slark health pool here. Well, it's approximately 1580 there, guys.
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower is
So
under attack.
NA math, but that's more than half. In fact, it's quite a bit more than half.
The other thing about that is that this is before the Spell Amp talent, which I'm assuming Setsu is going to go this game. Yeah, it's crazy.
Radiant's top
It's going to be very hard to deal with.
Bounty positioning there from NIP to at least get 2 of them. But that extra goal for the squad coming out on RNG.
So what's the play then for NIP in this one? Do you need to play more pickoff oriented, like just avoid team fights? You've got a Warlock. It feels like you should be able to team fight, right?
One would think so.
Yeah.
How do you initiate these? I guess OD, what's this BKB status? Almost done. That's another big item. It's all about these BKBs. Even though it's annoying with the Lina and her Aghanims, it's still like vast majority magic damage. If you were in this game right now and you had your little Dota Plus thing up in the top left and it's like physical, pure, magical, it's like 70 or 80% magical, I think, right now, if you're one of these Radiant heroes, right? You've got the Skywrath, all magical. You got the Lina, who's been all magical up until this Aghanims. And then you got the Alchemist, who's mostly magical too. Shadow Demon. It's a lot.
Bottom tower
They got her.
is under attack.
In a little bit of trouble maybe here. Does have a Yule Scepter. Setsu. Do they have any lockdown? Gonna Warlock ulti, but the Yule Scepter and the blink away. Where are my tips? Where are my tips?
Yeah, the team really
Come on now.
slacking here, RNG.
Unreal.
I feel like if I was on NIP, I'd tip her after no one else did. I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with you guys?
Well, that is a missed opportunity if ever saw one. They had just finished off their Mirana Ags as well. That one completed. And right now, RNG just gonna run brazenly through the jungle, try and push down this tier 2 tower. At the same time, there's gonna be some split pushing coming from the Golem. Gotta make use of it here by PPD. And off to the side, they found 3-3. Edge forward, killing them off. Setsu making the play.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
destroying.
tower
Good ward plays there, just as high that Radiant Sentry. That's what scared them out.
Radiant's middle
He's just
tower
going.
is under attack.
He's just doing it.
Radiant structure.
Think this guy cares?
I don't think he does. And we don't have a Spirit Vessel, right? Well, we're not, I mean, even then, not very good versus an Omni plus the ultimate, right? There's so many Dispels, just like the basic and then the hard.
Dodges away, still hitting the tower, tier 3, about to be taken.
Has fallen.
With the acid spray down, Monet's still feeling comfortable, has his ultimate available if he wants to use it now. Bata.
He's playing like he has an Aegis.
Kind of weird there, disruption as Ace walked up to him to try and get a couple hits off. It's a buyback from the Beastmaster, but they already got the tier 3 tower.
Yep, and now they're gonna go Roche.
Oh man, RNG just doing everything that they need to.
So they should be centering and warding the Shrine right now, I think, and starting to prep for a Roche.
What a monster.
But they don't have any left on Afu, so I guess they were too worried about buybacks or something.
Yeah, I guess you could be worried about like a smoke out or something. Now seeing Fata mid, they're going to be less concerned about that spread out and spawn. Apparently just disrupting himself. Jirafu.
Wands will break.
Well, Trent, 10,000 net worth lead.
Yeah, it's an Alchemist, so it's not, you know, it's not, I always say, but I mean, he's really far ahead right now.
Monet's crazy. Backline. Ace looking for an opening there, but he just ran to the whole team. They're like, yeah, the Alk was literally just there alone.
Yeah, that was kind of terrifying. There's a sentry there under Soxa, but there's no vision. Oh, there we go. He's got the vision now.
Forward, find their man. Luna Blade instantly blows him up, and now the chase forward for more.
Oh man, if he had buyback. Actually fightable now the Laguna's down, but they can't. I guess the Golem's not back up for 5 anyway.
I don't know, Golem with Fatal Bonds and Mirana?
Oh, there's no Golem.
Ah, that really hurts. Oh no, and they found another ace run. Hooray, Setsu! He found him. Oh, what a baller.
There's not nearly enough tips this game. So many good moments.
RNG.
Dude, that was sick. 5-0-3 for Setsu. Oh, the team, they just... I like the rabbit. Ah, there we go, Mane, my boy. I mean, he's the guy who's got the cash. He should be handing out the tips.
True enough.
Middle barracks.
RNG, after what's been definitely a somewhat disappointing group stage, they're showing up here against NIP. Gonna throw out a stun, possibly? No, not yet. Still have the Heavenly Grace there. Immediately takes it off. Ace still dead. 25 seconds, and it looks like RNG are gonna head back. Finally secure that Roche, or maybe just wait for somebody to TP in.
Finally secure. But yeah, they will eventually get the Roche. They're gonna take down the shrine first.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
He bottom, then I'm gonna pick that one up.
At least one bounty. Taken by
Radiant's
Soxa.
top shrine has fallen.
Had something there. They do have the Sacred Arrow cooldown. Or the Mirana here. As well as the Aghanims and the Medallion.
It was not the snowbally Slark they needed this game. Maybe the Aegis should have gone to the Slark after that fight. I don't know. I guess that fight was just really the big decider, right? Because that was all their momentum and their snowballing, and you got the Aegis, and you go for that tier 2, and it's crazy how bad fights like that could just destroy you. But that's kind of one of these lineup things where it's like, how many fights does X lineup need to win or whatever? But I mean, we're still waiting on the big engagement because unless I'm crazy, we got a 10-seconder on an OD and a 10-seconder on a Slark.
It looks like RNG want to make that happen right now. Getting ready for this fight. They walk forward, find Ace right at the start. There's going to be the follow-up there. Just completely destroying the line. Get the ulti off, though. Now Fada's BKB. They're trying to run him down. Going to get secondary stun. Ace making a hit onto Setsu. They get the combo out there. Fada trying to run away. They buy back already on the Mirana, but there's the bash that they needed as they find the kill.
Why did Ace stop chasing Setsu?
You know,
things got a little confusing there.
Yeah.
That was like ideal scenario. It can't go much better than that for NIP, I don't think. They dump a ton of spells onto your Slark, and he gets off his ulti and then his BKB. Able to survive, start putting out the damage. They got the Golem down. They got their BKBs off. So you lose that fight and you're like, oh, we're in real trouble.
He ain't lying, man.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
19,000 net worth lead for Royal Never Give Up. They are going to take down this Aegis. They give it to Monet.
To the down.
Give it to somebody.
Radiant's top
Except he's got to keep that streak alive, dude. He almost lost it.
That's true. 503. Having a really good game. Yeah, I don't know. The fights just seem so hard for NIP to take right now.
Well, they couldn't really kill Flyby before.
Yeah.
Now he has the cheese and his Lotus and the Force Staff. Make sure that Ace can't just target him down.
Have about half mana pool right now, but it's more than enough just to cast Heavenly Grace on Monet and then back him up. All right, Setsu. Monet gonna cover his other 4 by just jumping. They blow up immediate buyback. All right, are they in too far? RNG, can they get punished? Arrow connects onto the range creep. Oh. It was like the Secret Service jumping in front of President Monet. Ace Tries to get the jump away yet again. Going to be the melee barracks going down. RNG, they have the fatal bonds on to 4. It's a good time to fight if they can catch it. KB already out from Ace. The chase coming. They get the roar onto 1. Monet still under control. They get the connection of the arrow. Also in the set 2, but the Heavenly Grace is there. Saving a life yet again. Leap away, but not enough. As Ace is going to eventually have to run. Vanish with the leap happening. Well, that's the end of the barracks.
Yep. Sound the alarm here, guys. You got 1 left.
Is under attack.
They'll never give up. Feeling in firm control, not afraid of anything.
I don't think you should be.
They have Golem again. That's probably the last moment that they're waiting for here. A Fatal Bonds would hit onto all 4.
They have Sanities now, too. Who's also on CD.
But they don't have the Mirana. They don't have that other form of control. Setsu walking over. Who are they going to find? Ace trying to get to him, but can't quite get in range. The quick blink away. Again, no creeps to soak up Fatal Bonds, so it would just be on RNG heroes at this stage.
Oh, here comes Ace.
Started the fight. Ace just gone. The Warlock ulti, it's down to all of them. The buyback comes in, but the Fatal Bonds was already off. It had worn off by that stage. They kill off the Golem. Ace wants to run in. Silence BKB, chase forward, but there's going to be the bash onto the OD in the duration of his BKB.
Oh, Slark's just purged.
It's going to all come out.
Just walking around.
The combo now onto Beastmaster. Ace is not able to stick onto a target. Lanham just running away. They have imprisonment as well. Lift up onto OD. Fada's going to go down. The 2 supports take care of Ace as the game is good and RNG take number 1.
Man, that purge absolutely ruined it too. Jeez, the BKBs, I was thinking, okay, maybe that's it. That could be the answers they get. And no, BKB was not the answer either way. The Laguna Aghanim Scepter come.
against Slardar, you realize you're dead 10 seconds before you're dead.
Yeah.
You realize to yourself, I can't trade with this guy, and I can't run away from this guy, and then you just die. And it's over the course of 2 sets of volleys and bashes.
Yep, the Hellers. We got the creep pull from Radiant. Infamous doing pretty good down here right now.
I was reading this. Oh, hang on. Oh, I was reading this thing about how like mega games go casual throughout their lifespan and it inevitably ruins them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dota is doing the exact opposite, and I love it. We just remove RNG. We make the game more skill-based as time goes on. Bashing used to just be like a complete RNG, whereas now there's skill involved.
Gank gonna come middle. Schofield will get the stun. Here comes Crit though. Does he have a roll? He kicks the boulder up. He's gonna go for Chris Luck. There's the raise, gets the kill. He will hit him, get that Orb of Venom hit, but that should be the end of that. And double 4 rotations coming middle.
He didn't go for the Tidebringer on a creep. He hit the SF directly, which might have made the difference.
SF in this position feels so good to play. Double Wraith, full soul already. Oh, wow.
They're going to move forward. They're going to look for the Shadow Fiend once more. Hector actually goes down bottom, I bet, for missing that, but Sumail, he's going to go down here as well. Chris Luck gets the kill.
Sumail's kind of laughing right now. He thinks to himself, I just got ganked mid once. I just got ganked again. He actually waited until I was...
What's this guy doing here, man?
Why is he here?
I don't understand.
You guys are winning on the other lanes, right? That's the question.
And it looks like...
Dude, I remember he switched to off lane primarily because
he was so sick of that.
He's like, I can't deal with this anymore. I just want a 1v1.
I totally forgot about Sumail offlane.
Yeah. A lot of...
I think
it was forgettable.
Yeah.
I remember, oh god, some Underlord games. Those were fun.
Underlord is the type of hero Sumail likes to play mid lane
Again, Schofield, he's TPing on him. He has the level 2 stun instead of the level 2 carapace this time too. They're just going to right click, and Sumail, he's going to go down here, it looks like. Schofield picks up the kill, and that is now the 3rd gank from the Nyx Assassin.
And the tip.
The Kunkka mid with 1 stun. It's so strong as a kill combo. He TP'd in there, but it's still like he's there for the entire duration of the lockdown because of the way this heal works.
Yeah, it takes so long for you to actually get stunned by the Kunkka. The extra 4 seconds. The torrent.
Barely misses. Open wounds will go out though. They have creeps now. Not level 1 on Etch anymore. Level 3. Schofield's here as well. They don't throw the stun out though. They're just going to run back. Arteezy going to continue to right click them. And they're just getting the runes. Looks like Schofield's actually going to steal both now. Crit has the roll and gets those, but Whisper gets both the top runes, so a 3 for 1. And almost 1,000 gold lead now.
Dire's bottom tower.
Jungle is going to use Shrine bottom.
Looks like has his phase boots almost. They'll Shrine.
I don't know if they want to do this. He's just not yet level 6. I think he might stand on the high ground, get 6 in fog, and then look to just move mid.
Like a Crit standing here now. He's like, something's up. Schofield's not showing, and Schofield, he's running around the long way right now, but you got to be careful. There it is. They're actually going to roll forward. Oh. He will miss. Schofield is going to start running this way. There's going to be the X. Here comes the boat as well. Crit's actually taking a lot of damage. He gets hit by it. They both get hit by the boat. And now the Torrent's going down. Sumail, he's a little bit of trouble, but Crit does tank the gank, it looks like. But Sumail, he just has to be annoyed, right? Like this is how you should play against these superstar players, right? As you said, even against Hector, just make their games way harder. And Crit, they're just non-stop. Crit and Schofield, they love this middle lane. He might be able to make it out. Looks like he will. Oh my goodness, all but fly. He's gonna try to knight, he can't. And then he didn't actually hit him right away. He will get a little bit of life back, but with the boots, he's pretty quick. Over comes Arteezy, looking at Stinger as well. Crit does have a roll up again. He wants to get that Orb of Venom hit, he will. He gets the kick, will slow him down, actually hits on the Nyx Assassin as well, gets rolled over. Chris Luck will go down. Schofield now taking a ton of damage as well. There's gonna be the carapace, he gets a nice double stun. There's creeps attacking as well. Stun will fly out. Can they bring down Arteezy? They're just right click after right click, but he just brought his phase boots out.
There's no shrine here either.
And Hector's like, wait, oh no. And they're gonna find Schofield. He has the range up, taking a little bit of damage, but it won't matter. There's gonna be the roll.
I like the little
This should be a kill on Crit at least. He will throw it out, but Stinger gets the kill.
Click on Arteezy real quick. The Blightstone early is so effective when you're landing up against a Wraith King. He's got such low base armor.
He does have the phase boots now though, but it's still
Middle lane, Chris Luck. Gonna throw in the boat, gonna throw in the torrent. Schofield here again. Gonna go for the right clicks. There's the cleave. And even S4's like, yo, I'm trying to come in and help you, but.
Yo, so who was more tilted? PPD yesterday after losing to IO Carry twice, or Sumail right now?
That's a close call, man. I don't think Sumail's quite there yet. I think one more and it'll put him over the edge.
The thing is, the kills on that stuff, like, they're annoying, but they don't really matter too much. You can see in the net worth, like...
He's only 300 down from his counterpart on Kunkka.
I think this matters a lot because if SF gets ahead, he bleeds into the other lanes.
It's true.
With the Jhin, especially, because you're just going to walk bottom and then suddenly Wraith King's bullied out of his lane.
There we go. They're going to go for this gank. He doesn't run up hook, so he doesn't know he's up here. It is going to be Sumail. There's going to be one race, couple right clicks. There's going to be two race. He will roll. It actually stuns up the next assassin. There's the third race. Sumail hits it. Will they chase after Schofield? He will get the boulder kick. Do we have raises? We do. The medium raise will be up right now, as well as the long raise in one. There's a right click. There's a raise. It actually misses.
I already got 1,000. Whatever.
Wow. And some mistakes, right? And this is the whole thing. You just been ganking middle over and over. As you said, like the tiltometer is a real thing, and
it is.
You don't expect Sumail to miss those. A good juke as well by Schofield. He's been playing fantastically, just going middle.
Seriously, I don't even know how to explain it. Like the instinctual skill, right, of like how people position. Even when Chris Luck was trying to escape before in the bottom river, how he like runs to like left side to escape the life stealer, torrents on top of himself to go to train. Like just these little micro decisions. It's instinct. Like you don't really know how to explain it, but you play enough Dota and all of a sudden you just kind of get a feel for those little jukes.
Once again, Whisper is the leader of net worth early, almost 500 above everyone else, going for that Midas again.
I like it. It's a different game, right? But I think it'll actually be more effective here because he has the Wraith King instead of the Huskar. So
Wraith King's an incredible recovery hero too. Yeah, they slowed him down a bit, and his Radiance ain't gonna be at the 15-minute mark we saw the other times. Trying to pop the Wraith King ulti, but not going to be successful here.
Didn't want to fully commit. Doesn't know where is Schofield. This guy has been everywhere.
He does only have 1 point in the crit on Wraith King so far, so not going to have enough skeletons to jungle really efficiently. Had to level his stun to 3 for the lane, but he is going to go back for max crit now.
We got 3 heroes run up top. S4 needs to be a little bit careful. Will just stun away.
They have a lot of ways to kill this Sand King. Kind of interesting that he picked it here. Was that a 3rd pick Slardar or a 4th?
3rd pick.
It was third
pick, so they did pick the Sand King into the Slardar.
Crit. Little boy to Torrance. This is going to be runes coming up. 2 top going separately. Over on this side, Arteezy. He's going to look for Stinger because Stinger actually stole it from him. And well, they might get that rune, but we still have a fight going on bottom. There's going to be an X crit. He could be in a little bit of trouble. Bo will end up hitting Schofield here. Gets a nice double stun with that positioning. Can they even get the Earth Spirit? They sure can. Stun a little bit late from Fly Centaurs on the other side. Whisper running after S4. Oh my lord. Chris Luck is chunking him down right now with these Tidebringers once again. A blast as well. He almost gets the double raise on Whisper. Oh, and a double torn Chris Luck. They're going to turn around again. Schofield, he's already used his stun, but he doesn't need it. And look at that. Chris Luck with a triple kill early in the A blast. Ends up bringing the Chen down, but crit on the backside. He gets 1 return kill, but dude, Chris Luck just hit multiple Tidebringers, torrents, and a boat.
Can I say these Nix Impales are insane?
Yeah. Schofield's playing out of his mind.
He's hit like at least 2 heroes. Like that time he had to walk specifically to the right, like kind of on top of the other hero to hit both.
And he hit both Centaurs as well.
Oh my Schofield is one of the Peruvian players though that's like kind of always been solid, right?
And he's an OG. He's been around for a long time.
Forever. Literally forever. And not to mention, he's always, like, I've never seen him throw a game.
Yeah.
I know he's always trying to field a good roster.
You see right here, watch Schofield, runs behind him, stuns, gets the Centaur, both heroes.
The Centaur stun.
So good. And that's why I said Fly a little late on it, because Schofield made him late. And look at the damage. Just so much.
He's really good at his carapace timing. He's making Sumail have to hesitate on his raises.
He holds it for like that 1/4 of a second. Like, the thing is, it gets into your head.
That's right here. Yeah. Then right when he's about to raise, then carapace, and you're like, oh, am I supposed to raise?
Because there's a Arteezy just down here in a creep with 3 heroes surrounding him right now.
Yeah, they went on.
They're going, oh my goodness, Whisper, they didn't expect this one. There will be another A, but Whisper gets a nice double stun, but he still will go down.
Yeah, they went on him underneath their own tower. Arteezy was diving past it, and he was forced to invest defensively. So they chose to go after him after knowing he was going to be in the creep for so long, and EG basically accepted that as, hey, we know you're sitting here for 45 seconds.
They're going to go for this tower right now, it seems. I don't think you can defend this if you're Radiant. They are rotating a couple of heroes down. Chris Luck actually has an Invis rune now. He's going Shadowblade. He could buy it now. He has 3,000 gold, by the way. Doesn't look like he's getting it quite yet. Maybe still thinking of the Radiance?
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Will get axed. Here comes the boat as well. As 4 stuns into it, that's going to be a nice carapace. So the boat hits on both of them. No one taking that much damage quite yet, though. Arteezy's still pretty strong. Chris Luck actually just going to get run at here with that boat, the rum. But he's just going to get right-click down eventually.
AG bring 5 and Infamous only with 4 because why? That's right, Hector top.
And you know Infamous is going to do this. I mean, even Infamous knows he's going to do that. Like, they're not expecting him. There will be the Vendetta hit plus the stun. Carapace won't hit on anything. Cret will get slowed down a little bit, but Schofield goes down, and now EG, they are upping the tempo right now.
We talked about, like, literally by the book what we discussed yesterday, dealing with Infamous, specifically Hector. You pressure him in the laning phase, slow down his item progression, and then you ignore him and you start just taking over the map and punishing the other 4 heroes that want to fight you, that kind of have to get involved so that they can defend their area of the map and objectives, but it's 4 on 5, and EG are 5, they're going to consistently win these fights.
He just TP'd from the hard camp top to his own shrine top.
Yeah.
As you said, it's efficient. The little things, the efficiency, and the thing is, as long as your team knows that, right? You probably should never try this in a pub game because your team will hate you forever.
Yeah.
But if your team knows what you're doing, then you're good. Can he do this?
Yeah, he can, as long as you kill the big one first. The skeletons are insane, man.
Yeah. A lot taking damage.
We do see a Midas coming out on Whisper as well, so they've got these gold. I mean, Chris Luck's still in first place in the net worth with Hector right there behind him. They are technically down gold, but it's very, very even. I love just watching them clear these. Torrents even help. Halberd coming out.
You were talking about Kunga potentially going Radiance, and that's definitely not happening when you got Hector on your team.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Should have thought of that. BSJ, you gotta chime in there, baby.
Yeah,
you're on Hector duty. You know that.
I heard you talking about somebody else going Radiance, and I was just watching the Wraith King jungle, and I was...
it like was in the back of your head, you're like, wait a minute. 2 minutes later, wait a minute.
I heard Radiance. Snap out of it.
I like it just because they have now some form of damage mitigation. Last game, Infamous pretty much full aggro. This time, you know,
I want to see the AC Kunkka so that the Wraith King can go Mjolnir or something else instead. Maybe even just the Abyssal. It allows for the Wraith King to skip that item, and even though it's a nice item for Wraith King, Kunkka, what else are you really going to build? I don't think you want to go like this crit Kunkka build.
Go for the rune. Looks like he might, but he's going to roll past it. Nice job by Stinger. Now he's going to go on him, though. Hasdiern has another roll. Just going to hit him. Here comes one raise to steal the kill. No, raise and a right click.
He's already got 1,000. You don't have to give it to him, crit.
Smell is actually just going for this more standard SF build. Treads, drums, BKB.
Top tower is under attack.
I just realized how farmed everyone is in like both these last games, right? Like just every core is getting farms and on both teams, like all 6 cores it feels like.
This is the American.
It's gonna be a stun. Here we go. There's going to be the boat. It will hit onto 4 of them, but Chris Luck, he's all alone. He's gonna try to TP out there. No way. And oh my goodness, in the middle of 4 of them.
What? These, look, I'm telling you, man,
That's
these guys
hilarious.
can play. Infamous, they can play some Dota 2, folks. Individual skills kind of off the charts right now. It's like they're all playing to like to make you look bad too, right? But they have discipline that traditionally South America as a region has lacked.
They're going for this tower. There's going to be a heal coming out. Shen gonna get run out. Whisper almost one-shotting him with that corrosive haze. They do end up getting the tower, and I'm sure Fly's like worth it.
Did he go blink? He went BKB first, yeah. I like the decision to get the blink this time because it really felt like, you know, they had all those BKBs, but they couldn't force the fights. Whereas now, you're going to have this blink Slardar playing off the vision of the Nyx, and you've got crazy high follow-up from the Kunkka. You're going to have a Radiance on the Wraith King pretty soon. You're going to have a hell of a power spike once Hector's online, ready to rock and roll.
As you said, Radiance for both. There's going to be a lifesteal and a Wraith King, but the Wraith King is 1,000 gold ahead towards that Radiance.
I'm telling you, last game when you're playing Huskar, there's just no point in the game where you're say, this is my time.
I'm the king of this game.
Yeah, in this game, he is the king.
Yes.
Once he gets his items. But of course, like, that is going to happen. And despite slowing him down, as you said, Kyle, they did that
Yeah.
But will it be enough? Like, he's going to have an 18-minute Radiance-ish? Nah, maybe 19. And Wraith King just accelerates so quickly.
Oh, that's going to be 18 minutes, I think.
Yeah, you just farm so fast with the skeletons plus the hero itself. That's the big deal about what changed about Wraith King. He used to have no tower pressure and no basically way to flash farm to get to that first item.
Look, he leaves the little creeps so that the skeletons will kill it, and he can get to, like,
I could watch him for days just run around the map farming.
BSJ is literally
Dude,
just
I'm with you, BSJ. If this was my own stream, I would be too. I'm just like, this is amazing. And they are currently at 1,000 gold. Middle lane crit will get initiate on. Ooh, does miss the torrent though. Probably would have been a pretty easy kill with the A blast flying in, but crit defending that tower for now.
I need to get this loser spray. Like I have it. I need to like equip it. People using it's pretty funny.
Dude, everyone's using it this tournament now. I think the first one person saw, they're like, dude, we got to start using this. Yeah. We see a skeleton still farming up around 18 minutes in, and he does have the Radiance flying out now.
Only that crybaby was all chat against our better.
Dire's middle tower is under
He does have 3,000 gold on Slardar, so even though he had the blink queued up, he has not chosen to buy it just yet.
I mean, the game slowed down a little bit.
He took the health regen again.
Really?
Oh, dust gets popped. I believe that might have been. I think that was a miss. Like, they wanted to smoke there, right? He just threw a dust out of nowhere.
It is kind of nice. Like, you really always are on map with that. You have like plus 10 plus thanks to your innate strength as well.
True.
So
it's just interesting.
Here we go. They have one. There's going to be initiation. S4 stuns on There's going to be an 8 blast. It will hit onto S4. The Radiance is there. Hector will even lose his first life. He's not even losing the hit. You try to take the fight to Hector. He doesn't care. There's going to be a Spirit Vessel. Hector attacks a creep one.
X and 3.
Here to look. There's going to be a kick away. Can Crit somehow make it out? He will just roll away and he'll make it, but
of all the heroes to go for, I don't think that's the one.
You just can't afford to like all in commit to him. That's why they didn't kill him the first time. They can't afford to. They'll all die. If they bring him down, the slow is going to be enough to provide his team with a chase.
Haven't we seen this before? Like, we've actually, wasn't this the game yesterday where we had Hector Wraith King versus a Lifestealer? They both went Midas Radiance, and Hector
he just always
was a little ahead, yeah, and then he was like 25k to 15k at a point.
And already, look at, he is almost he's 2,000 up right now.
I hope he doesn't go Blade Mail. I'm not a huge fan of Blade Mail against Lifestealer specifically. The open wounds mitigates 50% of it to the entire team.
Yep.
We'll see if he goes for it. I don't hate it. He does go for it. I'm never going to question Hector's items. I personally just don't like it against
There's going to be initiation. Whisper is getting run at. There's going to be a net from the Chen creep, and pretty easy kill there. That is a 5-hero commitment, and you know on the other side, the Wraith King will just be farming.
It's really good against SF SK, though.
It is.
And it's a little bit of plus armor, which is nice when you consider you're playing against the SF and Lifestealer.
He did build it yesterday against the Sand King.
Yeah.
Just walked into the Sandstorm and Blade Mailed.
Oh, they're trying to get these skeletons. They want him to stop farming with them.
Bounty rooms, 2 for 2.
That will be Chrisluck getting both hubs, you say. Arteezy getting both bottom.
This is a dangerous place for EG to fight, though. I don't know if you want to commit too hard onto this tier 1 with Hector just standing on top of it and the rest of the team rotating around. Whisper up in 10 seconds.
Yep, with Blade Mail especially now. This is a tough one. They do just want to get this tower. Hector thinks about getting the deny, but doesn't want to risk it. Oh, Frost Mage will go down. Doesn't even get the next armor off. Chrisluck, he's looking. He's very tanky, by the way. 2.6k, they're running it. That's going to be a stun in by S4. Chrisluck, he can't get his boat because he is stunned. Nice force that way. He will be able to get his boat off now. Will it be enough? The Whisper comes in, gets first hit mash on Arteezy. Time it now. There will be Hector. He still hasn't died yet. He's just right-clicking S4. Will finally go down the backside. Stinger's dying. Sumail just right-clicking everyone. He has his BKB, but it already has been used. S4 will try to rotate out. Chrisluck dies as well. And EG, they're winning this fight. They find Schofield as well. He has a Carapace up in, well, couldn't get it off quite in time.
Yep.
And it looked like an okay fight there for Infamous.
Yeah.
Break it down for me. What just happened there?
Slardar, no Blink Dagger, right? And they initiated on the hero that you want to be going for, which is the Kunkka. He didn't get the boat up to your point until the fight had really just ended for him. And again, no Blink Whisper. I feel like he almost had BKB.
200 gold off 2 different BKBs.
Yeah, exactly.
On Kunkka as well.
Yeah, it's just, the tower already died, right? If you're Infamous, you shouldn't really be sticking around unless you want to fight on your objective. Once it dies, it always feels so demoralizing because your supports naturally are going to be like, all right, well, like, there's nothing more for us here. Like, we got other stuff to do. And then all of a sudden, you're initiated on. So good awareness by EG just to go for that key target before the immunity's picked up.
I would say until Wraith King has BKB, he's only as strong as his team. I mentioned that yesterday. And eventually in the game, it didn't matter how strong his team was because he had twice the net worth of the second highest hero. But at this stage in the game, they were able to control him and ignore him for the most part while picking his team apart. And since they were so close to 2 different BKBs, their other 2 cores were just low impact. You know, no better way to put it. And now I think that fights will go quite differently for them if the Kunkka and Slardar can kind of play around the Wraith King while he's getting controlled. Suddenly it's not so easy for EG anymore, I think.
What do you like? Do you like this Earth Spirit? He goes Spirit Vessel, and it looks like he's going Lotus Orb next because he had the BKB queued up, but he bought the Arcane
I think
boots,
Lotus Orb is insane against Slardar.
You need it. It's really good against AA too.
Yeah. And the Wraith King. Any stuns, any single target stuns.
Just hurts. You don't expect it, right? You're just like, oh, I just got Lotus. All right.
It just makes it easier if you are playing a hero like Lifestealer to run into fights. That's what I think about it. It makes it so much easier for your cores to play the game.
It's a really risky item on Smell. I like it in this scenario, but you've got to be careful because you fall off so hard as Deso SF if you die a couple times and lose a fight here and there. Because your damage output is insane, but you're so squishy now.
It helps them secure Roche a little bit. It is good against Kunkka and the Slardar. They have these strength cores that have very low armor. Yeah, they all built phase boost, but the Desolator effectively cancels that out. So all of them are going to sit at about 0 armor if you include the presence of the Dark Lord plus the Desolator.
They did smoke up on EG, but didn't find anyone. Got a ward down bottom.
Yeah, it's 0 armor Kunkka. It's going to be 3 armor on the Slardar, and also 3 armor on the Wraith King if they get hit by the Desolator.
Doesn't feel very good when you're supposed to be a reasonably high armor hero.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, but once they get these armor items, once they get maybe AC on somebody, then maybe a medallion or a solar, that Deso falls off like Kyle said. The way armor is calculated, minus armor is much more impactful percentage-wise amp if they have less armor.
Yep. Minus armor gets far more valuable, but like the closer you get to 0.
Yeah.
But plus armor is just 5% HP against physical damage per point.
Yeah.
Someone else did the math. I promise it's right.
Basically what happens is you go from taking 80% to 100% instead of 100% to like 130%. Which means you're amping it by a less percent, whatever. I'm not going to bother. It's better. Minus armor is better when they have less armor. That's what, like you said. We'll TLDR.
Thank you.
They do have bounty runs coming out in 40 seconds. Infamous kind of threatening the Roshan with the Slardar, just trying to make EG react to what they're doing. They're not necessarily trying to force anything. They do get the carapace. Oh, they didn't choose to go for the stun. Interesting.
We will get Axe, but Rage. See you later.
All of EG was missing, so maybe they were scared of the smoke behind turnaround there. But I feel like if they went for that, it would have worked out just because they would have had to make a ballsy call. So I don't mind them kind of playing it safe there.
I like how Fly just decided boots just aren't an item on his Chen. Last game didn't get him. This game, he just brings 5 sentry wards, doesn't care about the boots.
Honestly, what does it do? You're limited by the moves that you create.
Oh, we are going to see there's going to be a kick away. Crit wants to get that root, but Stinger's the one who actually picks it up. Will be X. The boat is going to hit. Whisper is going to get the kill. They're looking for more, and Fly goes down as well. You're definitely not running away if there's a Wraith King on top of you.
That should be a Roche. They have Slardar.
There are buyback. Do you think about buying back on this Earth Spirit?
Is it enough to shut down the Roche?
Well, Earth Spirit will buy back. Chen, he buys back as well. Still has the ulti.
And they have the Wraith King aura. You have to bring everybody because they're not going to be low.
Whoa, middle lane. Stun will cloud. It is Sanky. He gets X'd again. They throw a sentry ward down. A nice vision. Here comes the A-Blast. It's going to fly to the back line. It won't actually hit onto anyone, but there's going to be another bash. Earth Spirit taking a ton of damage, and that's a dieback. Sandking's going to buy back as well. They're throwing a lot of bodies, and Hector, he doesn't care. He has a second life already. He is taking a ton of damage right now, but Lifesteal actually does get bashed up by Whisper. Now there's going to be a torque. He gets thrown in the air. He goes down. There's going to be an ulti from Sumail, but doesn't do anything. Chris lets BKB, and there's going to be the first life of Hector. They finally stun forward, but this is not a good look for EG. They're all falling right now. Fly just bought back as well, and guess what? He's going down.
I know you want to defend the Roche. You don't want to fight EG. And now S4 is going to die back.
That's a dieback. And Whisper one more, and that's a bash. Chris Luck triple kill. I don't want to say, is this game just over, but you just gave up a Roche and 9K gold or so?
This is the beginning. Look at the net worth of Hector. You know, you need the Monka S.
Look at the, I'm telling you, look at the EXP change. Not even the gold. 9,000 1,000 EXP is
You know why?
crazy.
It's because comeback mechanics were changed to severely edit the way gold was counted, but experience is still pretty much pre-nerf. So when you're behind in experience and you kill high-level heroes, everybody, it's like a crash course, man. You're like just down. It's like the Matrix.
And you see it again.
In learning.
The big pickup on S4 first. Even without the A blast, it didn't actually hit anyone, and they didn't even need it.
Once they get that BKB, though, we said, if you look at the BKB piercing damage from both teams, you have the SF with a Deso.
You can see right there, right? Like, you can't go toe-to-toe with Wraith King. He's like trying to, you can't do that, right?
Yeah. You have the SF Deso. On the other side, you have A Blast, which goes to BKB. You have Slardar Amp as well as the just physical damage Slardar offers. And then he amps up the rest of the physical damage. You have the Kunkka Tidebringer, the Wraith King right clicks. There's so much more BKB piercing damage on Infamous that suddenly when both teams have magic immunity and they're running at each other, as Kyle says, everyone throwing out their abilities, I feel like Infamous is just easily takes these fights. And I feel as if Schofield has the most impact I ever see on a hero when he has one item. Like he's had some game-saving force devs and just so many stuns being thrown out. The Sand King, we said, it was a hard Sand King game. He blew up at the start of the fight, blew up again when he came back into it.
It's really just a weird pick under the circumstances because it's just, the problem with Sand King is you just can't itemize properly, right? If he's tied here, he's got Vlad Solar Crest, but he's Sand King, which means he has Veil Blink. It's not nearly the same game impact both for himself and for his allies. As soon as his AC finishes on Hector, right? All of a sudden that Sumail Deso, that's minus armor disappears.
That item doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
It's a waste of a slot, to be honest, at that point.
Does the TP out, but he still gets the CS for me.
Oh, well, crit. Just gonna get out. Looks like they all want to get out.
It's beautiful.
Kunkka getting close to that level 20 as well, and seems they're just moving along. He's going Daedalus. He went the Demon Edge before Crystallis.
And looking at the AA pick, I like even more, because look at Infamous, like the talents, right? 8 health regen on the Slardar, 12 on the Kunkka. These guys are always on map. They're always trying to play aggressive. AA does kind of counter their entire play style.
Yep, then they are now going to have the full AC done on Wraith King. Kunkka still has the Aegis. Like you said, he almost has the Daedalus. They just have so much beefiness on Infamous, and you have an SF core. And I said, he eventually becomes paper.
Yep, he is.
I think he's at that. He's at the loose leaf right now.
Exactly.
Blade Melt. What's he sitting at? He's currently at 33 armor.
Going for that Silver Edge.
You're going high ground, guys.
Why not?
It's go time. EG, you've got to get some crazy
skeletons wrong way, my friends. He'll just pop the Blade Melt prematurely. Doesn't want to get hit too much, and then goes down. Ton of damage done to the tower. Continuing to look at the skeletons. They do so much damage. Chris Luck even gets middle tower as well. Just gonna back up for now.
Oh my god.
There's the Daedalus, 29 minutes in. Chris Luck's almost the second. He's almost more farm than Arteezy now.
If you pull up the items, like EG, they don't have that same team fight presence as they did the previous game. There's so much armor missing on their draft now. No Vlads, no AC, no Medallion. Do they have Medallion even?
No, they would pipe on Sand King.
What? Uh-oh, Arteezy. He's by himself right now.
He is a dunzo unless he can infest a creep.
What will he do? He's juking left, he's juking right. We have another one as well. The carrots will be there. X in the boat. He does
infest a
creep.
He didn't turn the radiance off.
Now he has to run away. He knew that as well, BSJ. Right when you said it. They're just going to find him. He goes for the TP. Where is that? Oh, Chris Luck drops the hammer actually on him. The tips come out.
Arteezy's flustered. He not only had to turn the radiance off to infest a creep, but also did not get Nick's carapaced as he's running away. And he got Nick's carapaced and still did not turn off the radiance. And he would have lived there if he turned off the radiance, because the creep wave was underneath the tower for Dire side, so the radiant creep wave would have lived for a really long time.
Now we have a blink dagger on Schofield. He's been hitting some crazy stuns even without, and now he can just always get in position.
And this is, again, like the biggest change here is that the AA is on Infamous, so it really shouldn't buy a pipe on Sand King either way, but there's so much magic damage threat just thanks to the Radiance plus AA that you think you need it.
X plus Torrent. Did it go out pretty earlier? Chris Luck, he's tanking up all the damage right now. There will be a stun back by S4, but he does go outside of the Sandstorm. Here comes the boat right now. Is S4 just going to go down if the boat hits? No, the boat doesn't hit. Pulls him back a little bit late. There will be the kick forward. Hector, he doesn't even care right now. He's just right-clicking it. Even with that spear vessel, he knows he has another life. AA Blast actually to fly, and who will it hit? It hits on the two of them. Fly going to take a lot of damage. Sumail, another miss by Chris Luck. If you're in a losing game, maybe you feel a little bit worse about that, but luckily you're up by 14K. And they get the range Drax easily. Carapace goes off, he blinks, tries to get out. S4 gets a nice double stun. Hector will go down. Everyone gets slowed. They're going to look for Chris Luck. He has a BKB, but he also has the Aegis. They both have blue lights. Oh my, Sumail drops so much. Chris Luck does go down. It instantly drops. Where did the Aegis go? He's going to roll forward now. Will they find him? Scope taking a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. Arteezy is taking a lot of damage. Hector, he is leading the way to victory right now. They just can't get past him. He is too big of a body. They won't get the racks. The skeletons don't bring it down. That's a melee racks. It will heal up.
Finish it.
Fly, deny it. You won't.
He has his ultimate in 5 seconds on Red King.
Oh my God. He's going to run for it. Throws out the stun. Will be able to burrow strike away. Melee barracks gets right click down. And we're seeing the power. Like we said, EG may have won game one, but it was very even, just like this one. It was one big team fight middle into this snowball.
It's just so weird to me. Like, they had a great read on what Infamous wanted to do. Their movement, their itemization, everything just dealt with the Infamous lineup until they were in a position to win the game. It's as if they forgot all that. Like, when you play against Slardar, buy armor. It's 3 raw, high physical damage cores on the enemy team, and you just don't have the team fight items. It's 33 minutes into the game, Grant.
Part of that has to do with the Sand King pick. That hero doesn't want to do that. Straight up, if you go, what if you go Legion Commander, for instance? A hero that's going to have a cleanse, plus you just buy like Solar Crest and a Blast as a Legion. Like, you just buy
Sand King is not good against Slardar.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not good against Nyx either. And it's not good against, it's really just a bad pick.
I'm saying you could have gone in like a Baden or Legion, some hero that naturally purges it as well as buys these items comfortably. Say, as you mentioned, Sand King doesn't want Solar Crest Blast. You can't play the game that way.
Deja Vu or what? 26K?
I was just about to say that. They've got the 11,000. No, it is about 10,000 exactly. Hector above Arteezy.
Got that one last Midas usage before he sells it for the Silver Edge. The value.
Or, you see him, he puts it in the backpack. Some of the skeletons and get rid of this. I no longer require your assistance. Silver Edge plus 1,700 gold. Going MKB next.
Infamous expertly adjusted to the draft problems in the first game where EG set up this way that they couldn't pick Wraith King. I think last game they said, wow, you picked Lifestealer, then Tide. Wraith King sucks here. And then they banned Tide, picked A the first round, and suddenly the game just feels really easy.
Isn't this like our big gripe with EG and their way they approach drafting? Like, they literally open the first 3 heroes. Infamous, they do something similar, but with the tweaks designed to exploit the
designed not to lose to the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm surprised when I see this kind of stuff in the draft because when they picked that 3rd pick Lifestealer, I said it looked a lot less intimidating this game than it did last.
Because the AA as well.
Yeah, and it's just confusing to me that I can see that. And why do they just not respect Infamous? Do they not know anything better?
They definitely respect them. I think it's just, you know, you trust in what worked for you, right?
Yeah. It felt like, I mean, you buy the Deaths on the Shadow Fiend too, right? Aren't you just trying to out-tempo them and you just win at a certain point?
Yeah. In reality, it's that same, like, really, Infamous got the fight, right? They didn't get in the first game. This time they do. They kill 7. They get Roche. That's what really changes this game. Maybe EG, they win that fight, they get the Roche, all of a sudden we were singing a different tune.
That's an MKB, by the way, on Kunkka. He's an MKB Daedalus. Also, they just sniped the Courier and got 4 bounty runes. This gold lead is just going farther and farther. 23K now for Infamous.
Oh, baby.
And there it is, the puddle boy.
Puddle in the puddle, baby.
Yeah.
How much is it? 12 armor, 25 HP regen, and 40% status resistance?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Aren't you reading it right now?
I was guessing the numbers. No, 35 HP regen. They buffed that. So yeah, 12 armor, 35 HP regen, 40% status.
That status resistance is pretty nuts.
I think Ags like Slardar's are insanely cool by Ice Frog here because I think Slardar's main issue as the game went on was becoming a blink, crush, die hero.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the Ags addresses. And I love when they add these items that make it so a hero's late game issues can be addressed with items.
I'm not sure that it's balanced though.
It's pretty
It's
broken.
a lot of armor. It's 35 armor.
No, 35 HP regen, 12 armor.
Okay.
It's not that much armor, but it's, I mean, it is still a plate mail
That's
effectively.
a lot.
Yeah, it is. No, it's very good. I don't know if it's balanced. I'm just saying it's a good idea.
Get bailed. Oh no, the roll isn't long enough, and yeah,
We're not killing him.
he has all the armor and HP regen. They will try to roll elsewhere. S4's in a lot of trouble. Here comes the boat. He's getting a cold feet frozen. Hasn't died quite yet. Finally will go down. Chrislock has popped the BKB, trying to square up against Sarkeezy. Bottom lane though, it's just Purple is trying to take down Rax's. His team's getting run after, and this looks like it's going to be a kill on Slardar. He does end up going down. Schofield gonna try to run away. You are losing your entire set of Rax bottom right now, by the way. They're trying to defend it. Let's see, he's just gonna BKB. I know we're missing a kill. He is gonna get it. Whoop. Skeletons take it off.
Of course.
They get Schofield.
More TB.
They're going. Stinger is there.
Bro, strike this. Oh my god.
They're looking for Whisper, who has bought back. He does get disarmed, has the puddle. He's moving around pretty quick. They're going to be stuck right from Hector. He does the ulti, and Sumail just instantly gets blown up. These buybacks plus the Rax bottom sealing the deal possibly on EG right now. AA Blast could give him some vision if they find him, but Arteezy goes to the right. Over there, Chris gets brought down. They have the X. Oh, Arteezy, you're not getting out of here.
That's it.
And it's a kill.
150 damage crit. He could have burrow strike Hector, by the way. It was a 5-second TP to the shrine because somebody had already bought back and TP'd to the shrine.
Did he just...
And he just didn't see it because he was silver edged.
Okay.
So he didn't realize until you saw it like a quarter second after. He's like, oh shit, and then tries to stun him and it doesn't work.
Instead, with that TP going through, they all buy back. And, I mean, it's the OG of last year, right? Like, whatever, we died. We're just going to buy back and win the fight because you used everything.
I mean, that's a sick play by Hector, to be honest. The fact that he chose not to show up to that fight, knowing he can get the Rax. They didn't have fortification.
This is backdoor protection, by the way.
Yeah.
They just don't care. Use the skeletons.
AC.
That's one of the benefits as well of the Shadow Blade, because you can play alone on the map as a Wraith King far more effectively than the Blink Dagger, really any. A lot of Wraith Kings are just skipping the mobility item entirely, but Hector consistently finishing his build with the edge.
Well, a lot of times Wraith Kings will go for this mid-game Blink Dagger, and the fact is, Hector wants to be the hardest scaling hero in the game, and you don't scale that well with a Blink.
It's not slot efficient, it's not gold efficient, and it doesn't make you farm faster.
It doesn't make you do more deeps, Kyle.
Yep.
Wraith King, as we've seen, he loves getting the blade mills and Midases. He's not afraid to just sell them, sells the blade mill for the MKB. He has 5K. Are you just looking at like, would you rather have a Moonshard or an Accent?
I would probably say, I'd say Ags this game specifically. Yeah. You have a lot of heroes that if they have that extra 5 or 6 seconds to cast their spells, is it 7 seconds? Yeah, 7 seconds.
Or even just Chris Luck getting another Tidebringer crit.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage that can be done in that short amount of time.
Assuming this game ends with an Infamous victory, as we can expect, that means there'll be that one series still behind EG who only play this series today. So they're going to end at 6-6.
With Infamous at 5-5.
With 4 games to play. Infamous at 5-5 with 6 games to play.
Pretty damn even. Crazy stuff.
This is a must-win game for them. Man,
they are winning it.
They just shook off that first game and
like nothing.
Like literally, they're the same team. Like, these guys are the real deal, and I'm really excited to see them. I'd love them in the upper bracket, honestly.
Oh, and here we go. The last fight is gonna happen. Hector has popped the BKB. There's gonna be a torn. It actually hits on 2. There's the A-Blast. Hits on 2 as well. They're just gonna right-click them all down. Arteezy is gonna try to run back to the fountain. He will make it. Can't heal up quite yet because the A. There's gonna be a stun from Schofield. Perfectly timed. Down goes Sumail. Crit. X to back. He's gonna get torrented, and this is looking to be the end of the game. They're now gonna end it, and there's the GG's called by Evil Geniuses. The classic by Schofield. Damn. Items on the ground. Wait, Stinger, he's picking up a couple of them. And simply amazingly well played game from Infamous. EG, I mean, these look like very similar games, right? There was one big fight, and all of a sudden stuff changes. You let Hector just start farming, and what are you going to do?
he just like doesn't do much aside from be Underlord. And what that means is like you're gonna run at lanes.
Yeah.
So he has one really good defensive ability in his Firestorm, but I actually think that if you're in a position where you have to use it defensively, your hero, you've lost.
Yes.
This hero is meant to be on the map. His toolkit demands it almost.
Yeah. Same goes with like Pit in a way. It's just not a good defense.
Yes.
If you're going in, if you got somebody who's stunning and you can throw down the Firestorm, follow up with the Pit, have a team fight around that Pit area, fantastic.
Yes. He's one of those heroes that like, especially with the way that he's gonna itemize naturally. This guy isn't itemizing to get later into the game. He's itemizing to end the game, where he reaches his critical mass. Your Underlord's actually quite a good tower hitter early on too because of the way Atrophy R works.
Yep.
And once you have all these things like that work together, you know, you're this strong, fat dude that just runs the towers.
Gonna be a classic pipe fire. Really
this is going to be a fantastic pipe game. And if you look at it right now, he's owning in CS right now, and this is what we were talking about, and why I wanted to make the point, was before he got all the CS, was to show that I think that he's great because Gyro can't deny it. I mean, we have like one deny, but it was from when Yuar was in the creep wave and he was dragging another creep wave back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you look at the CS right now, it's top 3 for all of King. And I think that's exactly what you should expect. This Naga Siren is not going to be pressured that much by this aggro dual lane. The Mars versus melee matchup is always going to be good for him. And you already eloquently stated why Underlord's good here, so... no!
Wow, that's a surprise.
Missed the first blood. Well, Dark dies. An old chicken just keeps on being.
Illusion.
I mean, look at this guy. Like, 2 people are attacking him, and he's still like, I can get one more.
Yeah, he's very unique in this regard.
Armor. Test out shield.
And CCNC is absolutely struggling mid. The last time we saw this matchup, I thought it was okay for the Ember. Wrong?
I mean, don't you have much... You have worse base damage. You can't man fight him. Thanks, great. Alright, no more miskills. Kill Paladin. Alright, the 5 positions die. Those don't matter. Bounty runes. We're gonna get potentially 3. Nope, MSS actually grabs that one. 2 for 2.
Next time.
In mid, I mean, he just is continuing to work CCNC right now. 33 to 14.
I mean, I guess, like, I'm not sure how, like, it's supposed to go well.
I don't think it goes well, but I thought he did better than getting doubled up on. More than doubled up on, in fact. 2.5.
He's just dumpstering right now. Yi, of course, which was both Blitz and I's MVP for ESL 1 Manila. He had a
It's weird that he didn't win the MVP vote, considering you and me voted for him as MVP.
Yeah.
I wonder if... No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Bottom lane.
Be able to get the disruption, but stomp. Really good stomp. And it's actually going to do a lot of damage. Kaka's going to turn around. Doesn't hit the stun onto the Elder Titan. But Kaka's going to die. And nobody hits the missile, but it actually bounces back and hits Old 11 instead.
He just died to the flak hits.
Yeah.
This is the downside of trying to gank for Pitlord or Underlord. It just, you're not doing it.
I mean, that was, if they had actually, if that stomp doesn't come through, right? They chain stun Gyrocopter.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They chain stun Gyrocopter with the Firestorm on him, and that's going to be...
Radiant's
This tower's almost dead mid.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty massive.
He's going to come back in. CCNC knows the Kaka's around here, but he actually gets speared up. Now they probably can't burn through this. Kaka, okay.
Look at this.
He lit the flames. He was like, guys, somebody has to defend this mid tower with me.
I really like that move. I really, really like that move. You have to defend your mid tower in Dota. losing it to at 7 minutes to a Mars. Okay, so the reason why it's okay for the gyro to go there is because it's actually saving his own lane, because it delays the time in which Mars will come down there and put pressure on him. And Yawar does not want to be against a level 7 Mars. That hero's going to bully him out, and then so he'll lose his lane anyways.
Yep.
So in the 20 seconds that it, or like the minute that it took for him to go and gank and do that move, actually in the long run saved him.
So by stalling the mid tower dying means he's also
saved his bottom tower,
Yeah.
Because once that happens, this Underlord's going to reach a critical mass, and he's just going to run down your towers. And if that Mars no longer has to be mid, it's going to get even worse.
Yeah.
That's just good, like, forward thinking.
Underlord is exactly like Beastmaster, Darkseer. They really become unlocked once they take that safe lane tower away and they start getting all of this map area to play around it. They just shove the lane in nice and deep and form up a lot of double kills. Arena into MSS kill. Unfortunately, Pango was not able to. Pango has a lot of options against Mars, but the disruption setup looks like MSS didn't have anything.
Nah, I just speared him immediately. And that's why losing this top tower for Old Chicken is going to prove to be a little bit annoying. This is the one thing that Enchantress does really well. She takes control of this area really fast. And that's going to allow the supports to now move out of this top lane, not worry about this anymore.
Missing the spear. Disruption actually dodging the swashbuckle. Yawar doesn't have his level 6, so I'm a little bit surprised they're really trying to fight this one right now. He does not have the arena, but he does have a spear coming up, so somebody of Newbie may end up getting caught here if they're not careful.
In this mid lane, CCNC try to dive on the Kaka. He's still sort of looking for it, zoning him out so that he can pressure this tower.
It's coming his way. MSS is really trying to beat back these heroes. Looks like Dark, the stomp, not going to be there. Pyjamas kind of misjudges that one, and now Pyjamas is going to die here. There's,
Is he, though?
Is he? Well, they have a spear still. Surely he's dead. But they have to watch out for Snaking. Snaking's already taken that tower and is rotated down to this bottom lane. They're going to be able to get the kill on the Yi, so it's all worth it. Especially if they can get Dark as well. The Firestorm goes out, but Snaking with a heal still lingering is going to be perfectly fine playing underneath the tower and a Firestorm. Just goes to show. Well, as soon as Enchantress got level 6, Old Chicken had to leave the lane, and he was able to take that safe lane tower, and Snaking starts moving.
Yeah, and Yawar, in fact, makes rotation up to this top lane. And this is the correct move for him to make. You want to consistently be active in a game like this. And you want Snaking, who I think is the strongest hero in the game right now. And if you look at Keen's lineup, it's not easy for him to die. The heal will out-heal most of the magic damage that they have. They don't have this like immediate burst spell aside from the Soul Catcher.
Spear. They're going to be able to... Ooh, I thought they could have actually gotten that, but no, it's actually just too hard.
I might die for it.
Remnant, but Pyjamas is going to probably die here. Good stomp. Gets a little bit of... That was smart. The Spirit extra movement speed.
That was really intelligent. He got to the edge of the wall. He stuns them both. He taps the 2 spirits to make absolute sure. Maybe they actually chase if not for that. And now he's sort of getting outplayed.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely.
And this is not what you want to see if you're Keen, because the Underlord needs to continue to roll.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hero that gets momentum, and you try not to ever lose it. Part of the thing is, Old 11 had such a good laning phase, but Snaking had an even better one. And now it's actually, in fact, Newbie, because Snaking's so big, they're able to take that mid tower when it looked like they were going to lose it so fast. Is Pyjamas mostly going to go down here?
I mean, this is a build that has no shadow poison.
Yeah,
I can't possibly agree. No levels of shadow poison?
Yeah, I mean, the Soul Catcher's cool and neat and all, but...
And 2 levels of disruption? Do you need that?
This is very interesting, to say the least.
Impious.
That's bottom lane. Taka's gonna get gone a little bit, but they need to do something. Like, some sort of tower needs to be pressured right now on the side of Keen, because if you lose all these outer tier 1 towers, all it means, Cap, is that it's gonna get harder and harder to defend your towers, and more importantly, like, it's impossible to take them, because you can't filter in heroes 1 by 1, meaning you have to group up sooner than you'd like. Whereas Newbie has the luxury of being able to just bring in heroes 1 at a time. They don't need to have all 5 heroes up here. They can have 2 or 3. And if a fight breaks out, they can TP in. I mean, that's what towers really do for you on top of the vision, as they're going to make it go on a CCNC. Might have overextended here. Should go down.
Certainly did. As soon as he got ensnared by the Naga Siren.
But it requires, look at this, the commitment of 4.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're going to take this top tower either. Like, if you just think of the geographical distance, you have to go all the way through like this just to take this tower.
Bottom lane, Leshrac was just trying to get one-on-one farm against the Pango, but Snake King, he's just making a run through towers. Took the safe lane, rotated to bottom, had some impact there, rotated mid, took that tower, back to bottom he goes, look at another one.
Really think Keen has to make some sort of smoke move and start doing something quick, or they're going to steadily just lose more and more map control. You lose this bottom tower, like if you think about how hard it is to defend this, to take this tower early on, it's the easiest tower in the game to defend, is your safe lane tower, or your off lane tower. Once you lose it, the game just gets so much harder.
MSS has already used the swashbuckle, but that was a little bit of misjudge of distance. Snake King gets a bit too far forward. That heal is doing a lot against that damage over time from Kaka. Snake King doesn't even dip below 50%. Is now going to heal up almost a full. Another rotation from Keen that doesn't result in anything.
And now they've moved 11 and Ultraman up here. They've got these 2 cores. They need to get some kind of kill to this. 11's got it.
Goes into another snare from the pit. That's going to be a lot of damage, but certainly not enough.
And CCNC's Spirit wasn't that far away, but still, you're running into the problem right now where you're defending too many fronts at once. So they're going to go for this bottom play right here. I really like this play. And MSS is just waiting in the wings. In case, and they're going to run into Dark first.
Disruption, Soul Catcher into the Spear with the Arena just to make sure they really want to make sure that Snake King can't possibly survive through that. MSS does have to leave this area because it's taking a lot of physical damage from the Edict of Kaka. But they do kill the very big boy hero of the Enchantress. Snake
They need to take bottom.
Had a dominating kill streak, and now they'll try and take the safe lane tower away.
They absolutely have to commit to getting this because CCNC already wasted his TP too. You can't make that kind of play, smoke in, and not take a tower. But this Lush is out of mana now, and
his tower was super healthy.
Yeah, they're going to continue to lose space on the map, though, as a result. You see the problem, right?
Another Spear. That's going to be the 5 position dying. But they've used every bit of damage that they have. Snake King knows that. And that's why he's pretty much fearless in a 1 versus 4.
Dire's top
Keen, though, is not in an impossible situation because of how well their Naga's doing.
Yeah.
I actually think the onus is on Newbie to make plays. It would just be nice if Keen could get more and more space on the map for her.
Certainly. I mean, both they have 2 cores that are very powerful. When tier 1 towers are gone because they push in waves and create space as a result. Farm up jungle well.
It just means everybody else's game is going to be a lot better.
Spear into his allies, but it actually goes through that corridor, so Snake King doesn't get stunned. Now the Pango rolling in, it is disaster for King Gaming. What bad luck for Yi, as that was a good idea, just the execution could not have gone worse in a way.
Let me just say that no ability does that more than you just never really know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
As Old 11, you know, we were talking about how it's going to go down here, but it is only his first death.
Dude, the trees are gone, but you can see the stumps. Like, how did it line that up? And it doesn't go quite far enough to hit.
Who knows? Not me.
I mean, if they stun him, at least then they would at least have a chance.
I think they kill him. He got his heal off after the fact, right?
Yeah, he got his heal afterward. They at least get Snaking. It's probably still a terrible fight, but at least they kill Snake.
Yeah, because they weren't able to take that tier 1 earlier. Like, 16 minutes in, this is a tower that Newbie took at like 7 minutes on the, if you just flip the map, they took their safe lane at 7. And now it's 16 minutes in, they're trying to take this. And in fact, they're going to lose this tower. And if you're Newbie, you defend all your tier 1s now, I think.
It makes me wonder if like, maybe they should have tried like a little bit more, you know? I mean, with Disruption, Shadow Poison, Soul Catcher, Leshrac, with Split Earth, like that's a lot of damage. I think you would shove the Enchantress out.
Yeah. Also, they did take mid tower on the side of King, so not too bad now.
Is that done by the Naga Siren?
I didn't actually see because we were watching the live fight or something. But I do think you defend your 2 outer towers. That way you can protect your triangle indefinitely. This is how this ward gets, like if you guys are wondering like how this ward gets taken up, it's because
it's this ward.
Yeah. Yes. This ward gets put up because of this bottom tower and this mid tower being taken. Yeah. And like you're able to easily put it up. There's no risk. You don't have to you don't have to smoke or anything for it. Also, I shouldn't ping that because all the other broadcasts see it.
So what you were saying is,
Radiant's
on Radiant's side,
yes,
when you take the mid tower and the bottom tower, you can invade this jungle, right?
Yeah. And they're gonna go for this dive here.
Taking, he's very dead, but we'll see whether or not the fight actually works for them. He hasn't lived for quite a long time, but he's definitely dead. But now they're all stuck behind the tier 1 tower with Yumar, laying out a big-time ultimate. They have to be able to sleep to retreat. Now, Old 11 does not have his ultimate, so everyone's going to have to TP away, but MSS has actually knocked up Old Chicken, and he's going to return, slow him down, hit the stomp. Oh, Old Chicken managed to get just right of the stomp. So Newbie to save their tower.
Defend him.
Don't get any heroes out of it.
You gotta defend all your tier 1s. The downside for Newbie though is they're gonna run into the classic problem of having to deal with like this 1v5 Naga.
Yeah. Do you think their heroes are good at dealing with Naga?
Theoretically they're very good, right?
Yeah.
ET's very good, Pango's good, Gyro's good, Ember's good. Ench is a little bit useless, but I mean she has a chance, so it's not the worst.
You're at least capable, like you can at least stall the illusion split push that she does.
Nice dodge by CCNC.
Kaka is going to be caught by that last sleight of fist. I was wondering why that did so much damage, but that's a DD on
Yeah,
CCNC.
I was like, surely he needs like 2 more. Why did he give up on the flame guard?
Yeah.
It's hard to see when he's got the fire around him.
Yeah. He's just glowing and all kind, and the immortal. What's happening? You know what I do appreciate? I just want to say is that all of the immortals and stuff, like they're always pay to lose. You know, like the Gunnar was complaining about the Avalanche one, and how it's like very clear what the AoE is or something. Oh no, I missed a kill. All right, back over the bottom lane. Thunderlord's gonna try and bail out. Old Chicken should be fine, even though it's level 1. He'll get out.
That wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared because I knew it was level 1. It's a really long delay, but...
What, 6 seconds?
Yeah, 6 seconds. So Naga Siren's super tank. This man is almost at, not battle form, but he does get really scared. Hyla dies out. Oh, they also got Snake King, but I'm not sure if that's actually good for Keen at all. They're gonna let Old Chicken try and finish up. Oh, the spear missed! How did you miss that, Yee? All right, well, they still managed to get the kill, but his Old Chicken getting punished for that. Another sleep, another escape. He doesn't have a TP, but MSS can't chase him down simply because he doesn't have the roll in. Over to the river, they caught CCNC. The combination of ensnares with the Rod of Atos. Ooh, MSS almost finished up Kaka there. But yeah, Old 11 with the, if you guys don't know how this works, you pit Rod of Atos and the pit will snag him again after the Rod of Atos fades. It's like 3 ensnares in 1.
That's pretty good. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah. It was like heavily theorized, like this was how to play Underlord, but garbage at that time. It's been garbage ever since, so nobody really, never really saw the build again.
I think Canes are actually doing really well considering the tower situation.
Yeah, I think
because they're finally probably going to have to take this, give up this bottom one on the side of Newbie.
Are they though? Are they? MSS and Pylai die. They say, damn it, that tower's not dying without a fight. They're going to pop their glyph, but it looks like it may just die with a fight. A bad fight for newbies. They're just going to lose MSS right away.
Okay, I was down with the other 4 defenses. But this one, like, guys, eventually towers die. Like, that's what happens.
Somebody, I think it was CCNC who was TPing on the tower.
Yeah, he canceled.
And then somebody made the call, like, that's not a fight we wanted.
And then MSS is like, Yes, it is.
Show you. This was a good fight. Watch. But surely they're going to try and defend their...
I don't even know if they're gonna. All they're trying to do right now is build space right now for Old Chicken. And the question is, like, does the space mean that he'll win the game for you?
Yeah. Oh, see, I was thinking, like, does taking this tier 2 tower really make that much space? As long as you force somebody to defend.
You know what it does?
All you really want to do.
It pressures the base, so then you can Roche.
Yeah, that's true. And Naga Siren is one of the great heroes to take advantage of just little bits of chip damage on it. We have the Pipe Rod of Atos on Old 11. The Diffusal Blade is up for the Naga Siren. We have the Maelstrom Axe combo of Remark. It's going to get caught here. Uh-oh. That's a spear by Yi. Even if he is super tanky, this is just too many chain stuns. The stop comes out, but unfortunately, the AoE damage was still there from One Strike, but it's going to look really good for MSS. He's going to try and run down these heroes that Detroit is going to be able to save some. Oh, can they burst down anybody before he goes out? No.
This is how you want to use Underlord ulti.
Yeah.
Aggressive maneuver into reset. Aggressive maneuver into reset.
I mean, because that would have been a sick fight for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was well set up too because they all got hit by the call down to begin with.
Yeah.
And they were committed. But using the Underlord in this fashion is the correct play. You just can't play this hero defensively.
Look at this. He double bracer, arcane boots into mech for 4 position Kaka Lesh.
I guess so that 11 could skip it.
Yeah, because Old 11's going the Rod of Atos, and now he wants to... Like, Halberd, he's like, I can't go back for guarding green. So Kaka's like, don't worry, bro. I got you. I'll get the other sustain item. And that's like the nasty thing about Underlord, right? Is that you usually just get all these sustain items. You can't kill anybody fast enough that Dark Rift always succeeds.
For Newbie, I'm not sure what the play is anymore. I was okay with the other 3 defenses because they kept the tower alive, but like the death after that, I don't necessarily like.
It feels like to be Blitz, they're playing slow, and they feel confident they can take on Naga Siren.
Yeah, I think that's the idea too.
And do you think that's right? Do you think they're right?
I'm not sure. It's really interesting when both teams feel like chilling is the play. Oh, look at this.
Got baited by an illusion, but Naga Siren comes in, finds Pylon Die. MSS is actually going to roll back in, but Old Chicken gets out to sleep. He's still going to be hit twice by MSS here. It's an awkward roll back. It actually doesn't hit him again, but they do manage to get CCC. The sleep into the pit to the spear to finish him off, and now the Arena to be able to catch Noir as well, who doesn't have BKB. He can't get out of here, so he sticks close to Stanky. Stay close to me, friend. I've got you with the heals. Kaka going to be safe on the disruption. TNC Gaming, they say, I got you too. Nobody will die.
Wow. And this is a masterclass in how to use Underlord. Look at that, the immediate TP's out. Get in, get out, secure your own bounty runes again as MSS.
Wow.
He's again lined up here. Oh, that was weird.
Did he miss because the swash? What happened?
I think so.
Kind of fudged it.
Oh man, CCNC played that way too aggressively.
Yeah.
I think he assumed the second hit would come in from MSS,
yeah,
and that would drag more attention. But they just simply turned his way, and they were like, all right.
No, I've done that before. MSS got, it's this. You see this?
Yeah.
There's extra space that you just think it's going to be a half circle. So you're going to bounce here. He went into there.
He went into the corridor.
He went into the corridor, and that extra time allowed the Naga to live. I know that feeling. I know that exact spot. That spot triggered.
Bottom tower is under attack.
It's very deceptive.
Because unlike MSS, I'm bad, so I got stuck in that area. I just bounced around.
He found his way out.
Yeah. MSS was cool and calm, but sadly, it was just enough time. 12 to 13, 2,000 net worth lead for TNC Gaming. This is shaping up to be quite the interesting game. You know, I can always tell that it's an interesting game when Blitz does that thing.
What?
Where it's the... Well, it's kind of weird when, you know, whenever I hear that kind of voice tone raised out of you, I know you're seeing something you haven't really seen before.
I'm engaged.
And you're engaged, like. And if Blitz hasn't seen it, then there's probably not a whole lot of people.
Yeah, I remember all the games that I've casted and played. It's like the only thing that I'm good for, honestly.
Yeah, I've got that old man memory, so.
When I'm 60, people are going to ask about a puppy I played like 42 years ago, and I'll tell them as I, you know, beg for change.
That's the day that Claysifer lost me 25 MMR.
You know, I've got like an Arby's gift card in my bank account now. All right, so this, so Vici right now, it's interesting because it's always funny to me when both teams are okay with the pace, or it feels like it.
Is under attack.
That part is like, maybe he's snaking, you know, he's telling his team, guys, I still rip apart this Mars.
Yeah, because usually it's like, it means the teams have a different read than each other. And it becomes a question of who's right.
This 4-man TP down here to bottom. Can they do this fast enough to kill CCNC? He does have a BKB. I really like that he went BKB instead of Yules, by the way.
Okay, so Keen popped the glyph to make it so CCNC doesn't finish off that one creep wave. They were hoping he would stick around longer, right? But I think CCNC also read the fact that they glyphed for that exact reason, and he just backed out early.
Something Febby once said on his stream that I really liked was, he said, if you stay for the extra creep, you will die.
Yeah.
Because he said, if you're not sure in like high-level games, that extra creep will get you killed more often than not, and it's not worth it. Which is what I saw something that Yawar did earlier in a game, where he didn't kill the range creep and he ran. Because if anybody was trying to gank him, they would naturally assume they could wait their timing around the range creep.
Yeah. Everybody kills the range creep.
Yeah, and he did
most value creep,
which I think is really cool. It shows like players are getting really tricky with like messing up rhythms and internal timings and stuff.
Dude, you are. Did you see that AM game?
Yeah.
Sick AM game, man.
He's just getting better and better.
Mega creep. It's like a 65-minute game or something. One death.
You know what it shows me? That game. It shows me that Newbie's a mentally tough team.
Yeah. Big upgrades all around. We've got the Heaven's Halberd for the Underlord. Pango just hit his level 5 with the Maelstrom, so that's really cool. BKB on Snake King, that's a big one as well. He almost has level 3 impetus, but newbies say the time to smoke up is right now. Can't wait for that. We're going to rotate up, invade the enemy jungle, and wrap around to take this high ground area. And they might just be able to catch somebody as a result. In fact, Gold 11, they found an opening onto CCNC, but here comes the rest of the team. CCNC is kind of baited him in, and now Gold 11 is just going to get burst apart before he's going to be saved by the Dark Rift. Now it's a question of who else is going to get caught. MSS rolling forward, looking for a swashbuckle. Afterwards, maybe? No, doesn't go search. They've got to go back, actually.
Yeah, this bottom lane, Old Chicken is just tearing this apart.
Yeah, and Snake King's up to person to deal with this very quickly. These illusions will stay alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Takes them away one by one, but lots of chip damage. Mid lane, hey, BKBs are being used. There's fight happening. There's going to be a Song of Siren going out. Most of these heroes are now stunned, and it actually gives... Oh, Dark still hit by the stomp, and then they're going to leave their captain behind. Looks like they're going to be able to pop the Manta. Old Chicken gets away. Newbie thought they could grab more, but the hold of the Manta, Song of Siren, enter. And then to be able to cut their losses, Newbie say, well, that's fine. We'll just go take Roshan. Feels like Newbie, they finally said, we are stronger than them right now. Now's the time to play fast.
I think it's the double BKB timing, is what they're banking on right now.
I mean, I can dig it for a lineup that relies so heavily on these snares.
You know what was more important about that fight? Was the fact that sleep is used. That's what enables this Roshan. You never fight against, you never just like go in against Naga unless you know that her sleep is down. Especially with your BKBs down like that. Can you imagine? She just sleeps, walks in. That is the worst feeling. Teams have long stopped making that mistake.
Yeah, especially against, like, they have such cool setups off of the sleep.
Yeah.
Mars, Underlord, Leshrac, those three heroes do a lot with that kind of setup.
It's cool play overall to go for that move. And if you're keen, think that sort of resets the timer for you.
Yeah.
A very close game overall.
Definitely
Despite the fact that we're not getting like a ton of kills. I thought that Newbie was winning, but not by much. But I thought they have relative control of the game because of how the tower situation looked. And then all of a sudden, Keen like came alive in a big hurry.
Yep.
They made two really cool moves, like the one in the jungle and the one towards top. I thought were really cool plays. But now that BKBs are out, like that's the thing is, I love BKB as an item because once BKBs come out, the next level of gameplay comes out.
Can he save Kaka? They're going to force down Snaking a little bit closer so he doesn't do as much damage. Or no, that was Snaking Zone. I think he tried to use it on the Leshrac.
Yeah.
He tried to offensively, and he accidentally did it on himself.
Yes.
I knew somebody tried to use offensively.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is under
games
attack.
No way that was the correct play.
Once you get BKB, this is where like the true game begins.
Yeah.
Does your lineup win? Okay, so Keen proved. All right, our lineup wins when no BKBs are popped.
Yeah.
And now it's, well, does our lineup win when all BKB? That's the curious part.
And I don't think it does right now. I think they need their Nagasar to be faster. Maybe that's why they need to get a pick off on CCC, but he's like, now he doesn't have BKB, so that he can still manage to get the stun on him. He's low on mana right now, but just enough to be able to jump away to his friend that you are. Right in the middle of everybody with the flag cannon shots. They come pouring out. That's why Keen full retreat out. BKB teleport away. Oh, the Levin won't be as lucky though. He's gonna try and get away from Yawar here, but there's nowhere he can run to. So Newbie turn a smoke gate from Keen into their advantage, picking up 2 kills.
Pretty curious that Keen went for that play.
Yeah.
Considering they knew that there was still an Aegis available.
I mean, technically they should have killed CCNC.
Yes.
He had no BKB.
For sure, but I think Newbie still takes that fight.
Yeah.
And
Dire's middle tower is under
what they need to realize too is if they're fighting in that area.
Okay.
Hi.
Dude, EA needs to start hitting spears on stun targets.
Yang?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How does he keep missing those?
Dude, you know the spear meme? Like, it's never been more apt. I am the spear number 300. 342.
Dire's middle tower.
Tell my brother, spear number 343. I love it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I love that pain in your voice.
Aghanim Scepter. Oh, Aghanim Scepter. You know, I was talking to you this morning about that. Fox, the EG man.
A very good player in his own right.
A very good player.
Almost made it to TI, in fact.
Yeah. Hey, the roll around MSS with the double damage rune is going to try and catch Dark right now. That Sleep won't be able to save Dark right away. He's actually going to turn and try and hit Old Chicken. Doesn't actually nail him. They're going to throw out the pit. Doesn't actually latch anybody.
This fight's going to be
has BKB. Old Chicken, the spear. They're going to try and go for the enchantments. They do successfully blow him up. Now the Dark Red can hold the left, stay alive. Sleep, no, he dies. And now Keen Gaming a bit exposed. And the Earth Splitter comes out from Highlight Eye. He's going to turn and fight with Kaka as best he can, but Old Chicken says, not my fight. I'm out of here, boys. The missile is on hot pursuit, though. He'll probably be fine considering how far away he is, but Old Dark, he's not going to be quite as lucky.
Oh, it bonks him.
It bonks him, but I don't think Stomp, not going to be there in time. Finally,
that's 4.
Dark does die. That's 4 with the bounty rune spawning as well, and with Newbie well positioned to take towers.
How close do you think that
is under attack.
TP was? And that was maybe like a quarter of a second, right?
Dude, that was a level 3 Dark Rift.
Yeah, that was, I think I internally counted in my head to 4. That's how close I thought it was. I like doing that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to time it.
I think maybe I was like half a beat too fast, so...
Yeah.
Now that BKBs are out on the floor, you see how strong Newbie's lineup is, and Panko has long been a really nice way to deal with the Naga Siren because of the interaction that you just saw.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the fact that she pops asleep. He's still going to be effective. And what's more important is it stops the Sleep and the rest of her teammates taking Keen. Because even if she has BKB, what it does is you can no longer fight if you're Keen. Not if you don't have Sleep, but if you don't have the Dark Rift available at all times.
Fortunately, because it's level 3, has a relatively low cooldown, so Newbie won't be able to just run into Keen right now and try and take another engagement. But they've got plenty of control now that they've taken the tier 3 towers. They'll eventually go for these shrines, try and take better map control, especially this top one set up for Roshan, which countdown starts in 2.5. Yeah, I was talking to him about Aghanim stuff, and he was like, surprisingly, he actually didn't know what it did, and then he was like, when you build it? And I said it was like a 5th or 6th. I was like, it's a good synth item, but I don't know if you ever build it unless you go like mid-Mars with Deso. And hey, that's what he's
Dire's
doing.
top shrine is
That
under
was your
attack.
exact suggestion?
That was my exact suggestion. Because I said offlane Mars needs Vlad's Blink, BKB.
Look at this. CCNC pops his
Oh,
BKB.
chicken. He's gonna go. Oh, he got to the other tree. He got to the other side of the trees, and he still has his BKB. He will be fine. And he held on to his song. I think that's important, right?
I don't think that matters that much. Song is it's like
Yeah.
hold on anyway.
It's 80 seconds.
It's like the first level that really sucks to use. The
Remember when it was?
160?
Remember it was? Would it be 60 seconds? That
That was just bull.
he's like, you literally could not have a fight without. Absurd.
The most horrendous part about that was like Roche fights. You knew you're just like, what is the point of this? Why we're never gonna get Roche.
Have you built the Mars Axe? How do you feel about it?
It's good. It's really good, in fact.
Yeah.
It adds so much damage. Like you're essentially getting yourself a refresher, right?
For those of you guys who don't know what it does, when you cast Arena of Blood, it makes the God's Rebuke go down to 4 seconds.
And it refreshes everything they used before.
Yeah. So you can God's Rebuke and then cast it. God's Rebuke.
And then God's Rebuke again. So you get like 3. I think it's like 3 in one fight.
I think it's 3 if you cast Arena first, and I think it's 4 if you cast God's Rebuke.
In any case, it's a lot.
Titanic after.
This is in fact the build that I also go. Not that anyone cares. Maybe if I was in a pub game or something, I'd get Shadowblade instead.
11. Not gonna have an opportunity to Dark Rift away, I don't think. Maybe. Yeah, he's actually fine. He doesn't do that much damage. I expected Dura Splitter to be.
He's got a pipe.
Got a pipe. You're right. Do you so when you go this build, do you also go Axe right after the Deso?
Yes.
Because I remember before the Axe, you'd always go Satanic.
Satanic, yeah. You've seen my build.
Yeah.
I really like Satanic on the hero.
Lifesteal.
Yeah, I'd probably go Satanic first.
Dire's bottom shrine
It really
has
is.
fallen.
But I see what he is trying to do. He's trying to be more of a team player. Whereas like I'm a greedy piece of shit.
Was I supposed to disagree with you then?
Is that interesting?
25 coming in soon for the Ember Spirit, who just finished up his Radiance.
You know I said that, right?
Dire are
Yes,
scanning.
he said, yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, ult chicken. It's fine. He took the True Strike, right? Oh, he took the Spell Amp on TNC.
Yeah.
I guess because he has Maelstrom and Ready. But I thought maybe the Butterfly on ult chicken.
Kill highlight die, but this kill on Old Chicken is more important now. Of course, he's got BKB and sleep, so he always was gonna be fine. It was just crunch. Another round of that.
You notice MSS is built though. He's gonna go Basher. They're tired of this.
Good idea. So now that you have the Axe and the shield crash, all you have to do is roll it up. Kaka's trying to go for the TP wave. Oh, don't do that, man. MSS, come on, man. Why are you shield crashing?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure if you would have hit him anyway, but still, why are you shield crashing? Come on, dude. 6,000 net worth lead for Newbie. But the Naga Siren is still the king of net worth right now, sitting at 27,000. And again, Newbie just seemed relatively comfortable with going late game against this Naga. And as you said, Blitz, they have a lot of heroes to be able to theoretically beat her.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know. I saw Mars also go ham in the previous ice as they're just going to go in for the Roche.
Yeah, they're doing it really fast.
This leads about to be upcapped. This is going to be potentially dangerous, but
they know they're here. They have the Spirit and hit several heroes, but the Roshan's already dead. They picked up the Aegis and Cheese, and Spear onto Pylai Die. They're going to keep the heroes inside the pit while they take out the back line. Pylai Die's already dead. He does have buyback. They have the Soul Catcher onto the Gyrocopter. MSS does manage to get a bash, but he gets hexed up before he can complete the roll-in. He got greedy. Now he's going to get punished for it potentially. He's trying to jump outside the pit, doesn't actually min it. Hold 11, trying to go for the Dark Rift away. Hope he can get to his team, but he is just a little bit too far away, so he can't split instead. They're going to try and fight, but no, with the Shrine activated, it is not a fight they can win anymore. So Old Chicken quick on the retreat. CCNC hoping to be able to catch somebody here. Remnant out, a slight and chains up.
He's got to get the max distance here, and he does find both of them.
He does have BKB as well, so even if the Old Chicken trying to pop the song, CCNC's ready for it. BKB activated by Old Chicken. He goes for the illusions. He holds onto his sleep for as long as humanly possible, and he will be able to get away with it intact.
He needed to save it there.
Dyer's
He needed to make absolutely sure that it was really the Underlord that was at threat of dying.
Yeah. Hey, did obviously I knew once he actually used it, but Kaka went for a straight sight after Guardian Creep.
Huh.
Yeah. Hardly any items, just a sight now. Stun out while they song the rest of the team. Again, they're going to kill Pylai Die.
Doesn't have a buyback now.
They do TP in on CCNC. Old Chicken, they're going to try to go for it. BKB is heavily committed for all this one, but they don't have the Dark Rift either, and they don't have a way to be able to save Old Chicken unless he can get back to the Shrine. But no, it doesn't matter. CCNC is able to run him down with the help of the missile, and now Kaka quickly Guardian creeps that one up, but the Yule Scepter comes out from CCNC on the high ground to stop that TP away from Kaka. Stun out on Yuar. Kaka hoping the last shot wouldn't finish him off, but it does.
And I'm very surprised that Keem decided to take that fight.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the first offensive sleep he used.
Yes.
And that was with BKB and Dark Rift on.
There's no BKB, no Dark Rift, and there's an Aegis on the side of Newbie, and they still decided to take that fight, considering all those factors.
I mean, Keen, I think there's a lot of great decision making they've made in this game, but that was the very clear outlier. Arena goes out, Spear misses, BKB activated by snaking Old Chicken, trying to deal with the water as best as possible, but he's not doing any damage right now. He's chipping away, thinking, okay, never mind. 3 shots of Guardian of God's Rebuke, and that's going to be good enough. Now they've taken the Aegis away from the Gyro as well. Reset. They have Song up as well as BKB instantly side. Back into the barracks he goes. Speared up. Yi with the double kill. I thought Yi wasn't going to kill Snaking, but damn.
Dude, God's Rebuke is so good against Enchantress. Most heroes, Snaking just laughs it off to the bank.
Dude, he went the Nature's Attendant's heal, too.
Not this guy. He just doesn't have the HP.
Yeah. Kaka is going to be able to catch CCNC here. He has a sight to be able to follow it up. Can he get there in time with a spear? Trying to dodge it by now. CCNC, a little piggy like that, can't move fast enough. MSS knows he's in trouble, so he'll TP away underneath the rolling form.
And look at this now,
Gaming, heavily pushing him in. He's going to be able to force fight.
I can't believe they're in this position right now.
Merge split, disruption, be able to save Naga Siren won't take that.
They want more buybacks.
Yeah.
Give us the one you call Yawar, they say.
Holding CCNC is in trouble. Gets reared up into the tower. Now begins to
can't let him die.
The there as well, and he dies just like that. And the Dark Rift, they force the buyback. Scott CCNC is out there away. Keen.
They said they wanted it.
Underlord perfectly. They got everything they wanted out of that.
That was literally the perfect engagement. Yeah. They forced both core buybacks before they were about to be alive. They at least got one of the rack, or no, they got the tier 3 tower. And they killed CCNC without buyback. They can just do this again, Cap.
Absolutely. There is nothing stopping them from doing this
gold
again
lead was
in 70 seconds.
It was 12K,
yeah.
last I remember. And now, look at that, it's just plummeted down Just one bad engagement for Newbie.
What happens as soon as you lose that fight? Naga Siren starts taking over.
I will say I'm absolutely loving how they're using the Underlord ulti this game.
Oh yeah.
They've done such a good job of playing around it. It was really only that one fight that was super confusing. Of all the moves that they've made, as all their sides are being assailed right now, they've got to choose one.
BKB rolling from MSS, but Old Chicken commits to the killing pylon, dying now inside the arena against 2 cores, throwing out Contribute after Contribute. He's doing a lot of damage with the nature, and the skill is keeping staking up the full, but he's now been perched up. Soul Catcher instantly healed up the full again. Kaka running in here with the Diabolic Edict, but this 3 versus 5 may actually work for Newbie as they are repelling Keen bit by bit, and they're going to claim their first life. That's going to be Kaka unless, no, they have the vision. The Glimmer Cape won't actually save him here. Old Chicken slowed down, does Manta off the slow. He also has the Song of Sirens. So
they're getting too overzealous right now.
They should not overextend themselves too much. The song being threatened. Old Chicken thought he had an opportunity.
They're picking top right now, Cap. There's no glyph available for Newbie, and
MSS is going to roll in. He's going to do a lot of damage with this one. Looks at Yi is a little bit low. Might be able to commit for it on the side. It looks like Old 11's going to get caught a little bit, but he does have the Dark Rift, and they're all going to join him with the Song Dark Rift combo. This is a classic duo that just looks dirty.
they finally took back the gold lead. Let's take a look. Now let's see it. Since, what was the last time they held a gold lead?
That was about
25 minutes ago?
25 minutes, yeah.
Wow. That is sick. That is so well done by Keen.
And
they just needed that one opportunity.
Yeah. A reminder that Newbie said, we're okay with this. They didn't try and really push the tempo of the game.
I don't know if they were okay with this. This was,
maybe this was a little bit too late.
I think they're okay with this. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, throughout the game, they're like, we're okay with gold.
Yeah,
light.
the pace they were fine.
fine.
And they were proven right for the most part. All it took really was that one terrible engagement.
Dyer's top shrine
Look
is
at
under
this, Old
attack.
Chicken, just plays underneath his vision. And he's gonna cut creep waves.
He's gonna snipe the courier.
And he's gonna snipe the courier.
Oh, it doesn't?
And he's gonna snipe the courier.
Oh.
Dyer's
And he's
top
gonna snipe the
shrine
courier.
has fallen.
He had that. If he has auto attack on, right?
%, had that, yeah. Well.
That's fine.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
It was level 25, by the way. Actually went for the Rolling Thunder.
It does go to show you how big of a lead. The fact that they're still up 1k, despite being down 2 separate sets of racks.
I mean, the farm on their, like, MSS is super farm. He's actually ahead of Snake King. And Snake King is ahead of the Leshrac and the Underlord. But the thing is, the Leshrac and the Underlord don't need that many items. Because their synergy with their Naga Siren is so sick.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
This is my favorite
is
part
under
about Mars,
attack.
by the way, is that he forces everyone to get Aeon Disc.
Oh, yeah. And Disc 1, CTC, who else? MSS? No. Snake King?
Radiant's bottom shrine
MSS has one
fallen.
queued up. Snake King's actually going Lincolns. I sort of think he needs armor.
I think so too.
Or like more disable.
What's he afraid of? The side?
I guess.
Because I don't think that the Purge or Disruption really affects him.
Maybe they just assume they're the ones getting initiated on every time. Which, honestly, they're not wrong.
Maybe... Well, they do have the Satanic soon. Gyrocopter. That'll breathe a little bit more life into this.
That's really his,
there's still a damage roll.
Yes.
Just watch the Naga Siren. It's really
Actually, I
fast.
think the bigger problem with them right now is that they don't have enough catch. Aside from the Emperor.
Free ride home. So much damage.
Yeah, I think this is a problem with catch.
Hey, he's going, he switched up. So he will have a cooldown of like...
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Dyer are scanning.
I think he should have gone just straight up a damage build and the other, the swashbuckle. I think because they have a bit of a damage problem, I think you're also right. Catch. But like, they need more damage to deal with this Dark Rift TPA. Kind of would have liked to see like, just for him to go all in and try and get like MKB. I'm just the old caster. Blink Dagger is what Kaka's gonna go for next to combo with his Knight. Tanic, Scythe up next. Dark has got Glimmer Cape and Force Staff. Old Chicken's about ready to start giving out. Oh, he can go for the Aghanims actually.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Can eat himself an axe and then get shards out. Gaming smoked up. They're running ahead of Old Chicken right now. Chicken, they can get the pick off. They do find one. It's going to be a big one, too. The Side Spear on MSN. So much damage to these team fights, but he will be forced into a buyback. Now, can he actually catch anybody here? The Dark Rift has already been used. It's going to be force-staffed in. Close enough to the rest of his team. They tried to offensively be force-staffed the Underlord away from the rest of his team, but he just doesn't go far enough.
And that was the buyback from MSS, which probably forces some sort of engagement for Newbie. There's no Dark Rift out, but there is a Naga Siren Sleeve. They have to be careful about this.
Yeah, the illusions are going to start looking at them. The Shadow Poison's going to come in. The Firestorm as well. This feels like too much for Newbie to really commit to Roshan, but we'll see. They're trying. You are. He's going to pop the Satanic early to make sure he's full HP. Now he pops BKB just to make sure they can take down this Aegis. Gold 11's going to go inside the pit. He gets forced away. Hurricane Pike down the sleeve, going out the Aegis on the deck. MSS rolls through. He picked up every little bit of items on the ground. Kaka, he's going to be healed up. He will be able to fight this one out, but he quickly just is going to get almost exploded there. Newbie are having a hard time dealing with all this. Josh Duke actually hitting you are inside the pit, who's very low, but Snaking is dishing out the damage. Evans Halbert will be able to find some time back inside the pit where you are, holding strong, trying to deal with the damage, hoping the Satanic can go off, but it's not good. And now it's MSS inside the arena with that Aegis he picked up during his Rolling Thunder. Kaka almost dying once again. Glimmer Cape, uphill miss, nothing is there that's going to be able to spare him. He's now forced to buy back. MSS, another Rolling Thunder as he rolls on top of Dark. The Earth Splitter keeps him in place as well, and they knock back E. Almost finishing him up, but a good God's Rebuke heals him up a little bit more. He jumps away from Snaking, away from MSS.
5 seconds for the
now,
Dark
but
Rift.
holds 11. He has Dark Rift. 2 seconds up. Can they do the damage? Snaking, he's hit so much, he's out of mana, so they can't commit. They have to back up, and in the end of all that craziness, 7 buybacks.
And that was the buyback from the Naga Siren. This is the opening that Newbie needs.
Are they going to go for it, though?
I can't believe MSS, he won the click off in that tiny little ball. He was just holding in place, desperately saying, let me just get a little bit closer.
Dude, I think he got Aegis, Cheese, and the Agson. I'm not sure.
That I don't know.
No. Sorry, I clicked on the Leshrac in that moment.
It was refresher.
So I think Leshrac,
he got the refresher.
Leshrac got the cheese.
The best part about that too is that like MSS is timing on that. He's like, oh crap, everyone's used their BKBs. Yeah. It's go time.
I think he definitely made good use of the Octarine core there.
And look at this cut from Old 11. Because he has his ulti, he's trying his best. He bought Boots of Travel as well.
And Newbie, like, don't you have to, do you commit to hitting drone? What do you do here? It's so hard against this team to go for
There's no wave.
So they just try to back up.
And Old 11, how do you burst him here?
Be real difficult. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. MSS immediately ends the roll.
Oh, hey. He actually went and tried to catch somebody here, but now he's going to be forced into a BKB of his own. At least he got a BKB out of Snaking with that play, but...
And they've held with 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
The Naga Siren's about to respawn. He's got Boots of Travel. They're going to have to reset this for themselves, but both teams in such a precarious position. No buybacks on the majority of the course. The only hero in the game that has a cap is this is Mars. That's it. 9 out of 10.
Staking will have buyback as equal. So we'll have a buyback apiece for our next engagement. But the question is, who is willing to take that engagement? I think it has to be Newbie, right? I think they're the ones in like the 40-60 matchup. Like they kind of need to be the ones to take the risk and go for it.
Maybe with the buyback on. They have to know that they're the only ones with it left.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 buybacks, but frankly, they're on the heroes that probably it matters the least on. The hero that it matters the most on is probably this Naga Siren, and conversely, this Ember or this Gyrocopter. I won't discount E though. He is 15-4, very strong, has a refresher now. So on top of the God's Rebuke that he already does, has get himself the Aghanim's Blessing too.
So you think both teams are not going to fight and they're just going to wait out their buyback?
I don't know. I would kind of like Keen to go for it.
You want Keen to go for it?
Yeah, I think Keen is in a good position to go for it, which is why they're the team that left their base. They have the 2 hard reset abilities, so in my mind, they've got the better opportunity for like a reset button. In case anything goes wrong, they've got a do-over, and really all it takes is 1 fight to end it here.
But in my head, it's like Newbie, if they just wait, they're going to get routed in by the Naga Siren once again, right? And so there's no better time to just try and end the game than now. Snaking, they're going to fight around the shrine area. The shrine is dead though before it's activated. Snaking pops BKB, starts throwing out, chucking damage everywhere he goes. Old Chicken's going to take a little bit here as he's going to re-engage. And MSS is actually going to try and roll into this one. Jumping in, Old Chicken tries to go for UR, but as he forces out the BKB, he quickly retreats. Keen always have the card in their back pocket, several of them. As they have the Dark Rift, they have the Song of Siren.
And they're just poking right now, seeing if anybody will overextend on the side of Newbie.
I mean, they actually used the refresher on Snaking, so something big was used.
Yeah, and Snaking's just pushing forward right now.
He really wants them to try and go for him, and he activates the BKB as the spear goes out, but the Dark Rift immediately going down. The BKB and a big commitment from CCNT, but it saves the Ember Spirit, yes, but the rest of the team wasn't actually close enough. Dark, he will be able to get the Force Staff and a TP away successfully. Kaka and Old 11, they're actually not too far away. The sad thing is these Naga Siren illusion pushes, they're so pesky.
And now she has an Arcane Rune.
Oh, Sus? He's got Guardian Creeps, so...
He's got 3200 HP.
And rolling.
Rolling.
But seeing that, Keen might just go for another little poke here. They don't have Dark Rift.
I think whenever they have Dark Rift up, you just go for it.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways for them to get out, either with the sleep or the Dark Rift.
Yeah.
And the cooldowns being as low as it is at this point.
And the fact that they have like saving mechanisms with the disruption.
Yes, it's hard for the Naga to just get hard burst out.
Yeah.
Plus with the BKBs getting pretty low, the opportunity for them to actually burst her in her sleep is not as high anymore. I believe the Gyro one is at 5, and potentially the Ember one is definitely at 5 too. The only person that might know Snaking is also at 5 seconds. They're all at 5-second BKBs.
5 seconds all around. Oh, 9-second BKB on Kaka. Of course, he went very late BKB just recently. Refresher. Yi. Tracking the items here. Stuff going on. Experienced double arenas, which means a lot of God rebukes everywhere. He's going to have 10 seconds of BKB and almost 10 seconds of arena and God rebuking. 1 second. The Aghanim Scepter is the build for Old Chicken. I think that is actually a very sick late game. Because now it's not just a reset tool, but potentially just a full heal in the middle of a fight. Re-engage right away. I mean, how do you possibly stop Dark Rift and Song if its Song is actually healing people for 10% per second? You could almost full heal everybody in the fight.
That's crazy.
I was saying this. I think the accent on Naga Siren, I think it's legit straight up broken. It's just not.
It's not fun to get early.
Well, it's just the item that you're going to get at 7.
Yeah.
But when you get it 7, it's broken.
Can you imagine if they took the arena HP?
Dude, I was thinking about that. I actually double checked. I was like, maybe this is the game you're arena.
The 100 HP regen in arena, and then the sleep.
I mean, let's be real. He's got an
No one's
ass.
dying, by the way, during that time. Then you're actually healing for 100% at all times.
I mean, they could just theoretically, they could just run up and hit the buildings and activate that. The arena, song, hit the building. What are they gonna do? Buybacks are coming back up, and this is my biggest concern for Newbie when we talked about like who's gonna go for it. Is that like now, as everybody gets buyback, they're gonna be forced into like the high ground defense where they won't be able to punish. You know, they win the fight, and it's gonna feel like, well, Keen just get another shot at it.
I sort of see your point, but I felt like Keen, the reason why they ventured outside the base was for that reason. Because they felt comfortable. They knew, like, they were the ones that could commit for nothing.
Yeah. It's like the Keen side had low risk, and the Newbie side had high risk. But sadly, maybe the riskier play was just waiting out. We'll see.
Why are you saying sadly, you biased caster?
I just don't want to see it. Like, I could easily see this game ending in a very anticlimactic way, which is Keen just like chipping away, eventually taking Vegas, and then that's kind of it. Now when I see this game end in a big clash. Only buyback that's left. It's not theirs, highlight dying. He just needs 40 gold. So everyone... Oh, he's going to use the offensive sleep. It didn't work last time it was here, but look, it's happening inside the base. They're going for it. Kaka, with the Diabolic Edict talent, could do a lot of damage to these buildings. So Keen, they forced a lot of teleports back. I think they expected that to do more. What actually happened?
I was so anti-hype. I thought they were like actually going for it.
Yeah.
And then I saw that one like Moonwell got taken out.
Hey, that's one less building that is going to soak up Diabolic Edict damage the next time.
That's like Godzilla attacks and like he took out a Starbucks.
No! Now we have to go to the Starbucks across the way.
The franchising model.
64 minutes, 31 to 20.
Invisibility.
Yee missing a kill on CCNC here. It's actually very low on mana, but if you manage to get the spear on him, highlight die, that'll be the kill he's rewarded with.
Jeez, he does so much damage.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
You know what the downside of this hero is like he can't. Oh,
Forced out of EKB.
okay.
He actually uses the heal as well. This heal talent is so insane.
I worked out the math. If he had taken the heal talents on the arena, they'd be healing for like almost all the heroes. It'd be like 13% a second.
13% a second. How long does the arena last?
That is the first Roshan now for them.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to the payload. No, they gave it to Shadow Demon. That makes more sense.
Shadow Demon now with the Purge and Break mechanic. Which is...
All right,
it's going to be
cut
really
3
good against Enchantress, but this song here... Oh, MSS accidentally hit the cliff. He's going to have to jump over the cliff now to be able to get inside here. Trying to lay out some damage, hoping for fast. Gets old chicken. Gets illusion, activated DKD, pops his illusion as well, but he's getting ripped apart.
He's just dead. Oh, Cap, look where Kaka is. And Yi.
No one's
There was nowhere near him.
Where's your team?
The weird part is they weren't even running towards him. There was no urgency. It's the Leshrac that has the Aegis. And for whatever reason, just nobody connected.
Dude, I mean, honestly, what's wrong with Newbie? Why aren't they spamming that the chat wheel line? The Chinese one. Where's your team? Where's your team?
I think that would... That's kind of being passive.
Good. This is TI. Time to tilt Keen. Because sadly, they just killed the Naga Siren and Newbie still can't really do a whole lot.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Keen's member should.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
I was like, that's just...
No, I'm saying Newbie should do that right now to Keen.
I can't believe that just happened.
All right, they're gonna smoke up in this 40-second window. They know the Naga Siren's like pretty heavily committed to not buying back as it gets closer and closer, and so no better time to see if they can force a fight somewhere and get another kill.
Unfortunately for them, though, they'll run into the Underlord and the Aegis of the Leshrac. Unless they can just burst down to 0.
Maybe they can Hurricane Climb, force snap plays. There's a lot of options here. They do manage to get MSS in there. Force snap does actually take split Earth, and he will be able to get the roll.
1 second.
They need to be able to finish him out. They kill him. Woo! They got him. And Kaka gets the stun. Oh! Bye-bye Aegis. And bye-bye Kaka.
MSS, the first hit, as he shield crashes through. And they're going to get 2 for that. Keen. The internal counter.
Dude, Keen, you have this game.
Oh my lord. After the Roshan, I thought it was actually over.
I thought it was definitely over.
And I was sort of just counting the timeout. I was like, all right, well, what are we waiting on?
Well, the Naga Siren's back up.
By the way, he decided to go for the 2 charges of disruption over the damage, which I'm okay with in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the defensive potential is too good. It really comes down to that Naga sleep.
I mean, as long as they fight, man, how can Keen lose? They could not win.
I'll tell you how they
But how did they lose?
That's by going for 3-on-5 fights.
Going for a solo sleep play.
Dire's bottom tower.
Look at this, the
is under
sleep.
attack.
As Old Chicken. Rude CCNC, he's gonna try to go back. Oh, could you imagine if he's...
Did he miss the slight change?
Yeah.
Oh, they managed to get the sign. They know that CCNC isn't here. They're gonna try and take advantage of it right now. But the BKB's been forced out. That's why Yang says, see you later. I'm out of here. Instant dodges. They do have the disruption as well, so he doesn't actually take that much damage. Now the song's gonna be able to reset, full heal up. This King now he's gonna refresh and go for another spear, but refresh when you are. Gets off the BKB. He doesn't get pinned to the wall, and he doesn't take that much damage either. So now they still hold. Uh-oh, Naga Siren now he's been psyched. They start laying out the damage, but he does have the mana.
The rockets on top of
hit
him
it with missile, but they do have the disruption. Another save, another one. BKB going out from Old Chicken. The infinite shots are coming in to spear.
MSS coming through.
Hard, but MSS rolling on through doesn't actually hit the Naga Siren. The BKB lasted just long enough. So and now MSS might have to back up a little bit as they do have the catch on him. Highlight die. Yee's back up here. He does ahead of the spear, but they needed to blow up Underlord, and now he's dead as well. They have a buyback. Keen, can they hold 4 versus 5? But look what's happening inside the base. Kaka's just going for it, but they might need his help. They're trying to buy refresher. They're going to try and come back. CCNC is going to be able to go for it. They have a refresher on him. The Dive-Balkini is a threat, but Old Chicken, he's going to try to slow things down as much as possible. MSS, 1 tier 4 down. Kaka going for another Dive-Balkini, but CNC stands in the way. Back over to mid lane. MSS holding, does have a little bit more damage. Old Chicken down to half health. Another disruption. They're just focusing on the bear. But the Thatcher, he does manage to get UR. Can they focus him down? They need Old Chicken, but he's too weak. He can't actually go for this kill. He can't join Yee. They're not doing any damage. Yee, they have the best sleep. They reset the sleep. He gets it off. He's going to be able to heal up.
He's healing so much.
With a Divine Rapier. They lost a Divine Rapier. Now Newbie can just go for the throne. There's nothing left him. There's no song. There's no damage. They can't dance. They're just focused on the throne, and they're going to be able to dance, baby. Take down that throne. And the comeback.
Again, the second time today. That is unbelievable. I can't believe Keen lost this game.
Dude, there's no way Keen should have lost this game. Keen, what happened? Why'd you do it?
This was a crumble beyond crumbling. The game was, all right, just, if you just ended the game, let me just tell you that this game was over.
for the poke. Gabby will run him down, stuns out. Misery's going to pay the price for showing his face. Double kill for Gabby.
And straight to bounty runes as the nighttime hits. We'll run to those as the Chaos will be able to free. Their lone druid. Quick identification there by TNC. There again, lone druid. The range, the Aegis, so quickly commit forward onto him when they any time. Sit in. Yeah. Defensively, catch available. They still can focus fire pretty easily from the side of TNC. That physical damage they do have after the lasso, it's there. Duration is 8 seconds, I believe. 6 seconds on Sven, 9 on the TA. Mel.
Radiant are scanning.
Yes. 4 from Milan.
There.
The Fisher.
Get his load. The traps. It's burning.
Shredded by the damage output from this Phoenix.
No, and Tim's 42 seconds dead. 42 seconds with the Midas.
Get that multi-cast to make up for that when he's falling. Gabby.
Henry walks into it. Vision here.
They've got the Fisher to back him up, and that's going to keep him safe.
He's stuck. He's stuck because of this Fisher. They actually have to cut the tree with the fire.
Gabby has to BKB and run away.
They actually have to pop the hand of God. Kezu forward.
Faded.
Just going in.
They're going to get Cuckoo. They're just diving into the base. Forcing TNC back in Chaos. They've got the space to put the pressure onto the tier 3 tower.
And then DD, he's just chipping down the tower. They're gonna probably... This one actually, they've got to look for the racks. Cuckoo is up, and they know. BKB still down for Gabby.
Very hard for him to fight. The threat of the Phoenix ult is there. They do get the grab onto the Weaver. They drag it back underneath the tier 4. The stuns are out. They'll take him down once. He's got the Aegis, and he also has to time that. The melee racks will be taken faded. Shikuching away. He's going to be able to get out of there underneath the safety of the sun.
Great defensive back there by Kezu. Protect themselves for their retreat. Gabby, he looks like he wants to commit forward. It's going to be Misery. So BKB still on cooldown, 12 seconds for him.
Tims find the stun onto Faded. They do find the stun onto the bear. And will be 300 gold they clean up. Armel having to put the BKBs. He looks towards Faded. There'll be a buyback from Misery. So he wants to come and help the team back out. Armel goes with the BKB TP to get out of there. Back to safety. Milan jumps in, but oh, the angle, Gabby! Oh, it's a beautiful stun.
Oh,
it's a triple kill. Gabby, he's not done yet. He's running towards Kezu. He's chasing him down with the wall cry. Kezu's dead too.
Oh my god, now Faded, he's getting stunned up. The multicast.
As TNC out of nowhere just pop off and shut Chaos down.
Oh my, was that... It was a crit into a regular hit into another crit coming out from Gabby. He got 2 1k crits there on the bear, as well as with the splash cleave onto the back. Oh man. He got Milan as well as Matumba with that stun there. Look at the damage, 7,000 in that 60 seconds.
And now it's their turn to push down the lane.
Uh-oh.
Push up towards the base of Chaos.
They didn't get to retreat fully. They used the egg to try to secure themselves for that retreat, but then TNC just relentlessly chased forward. Gabby coming in so clutch there for his team.
He saw an opportunity. He gets the perfect angle.
Dire's middle tower is under
Now
attack.
he has a full data list instead of just that small crit. Which was, we saw how much damage he was able to do there. We're going to watch this one here. And they're trying to retreat.
This whole retreat that, at this point, it looks like a dream, but Gabby, so quick with the jump, pokes on Misery. The rest of Chaos still sort of sitting around. At this point, you got to say, get out of there.
Watch the right side here. Matumba Man and Milan.
Because Armel jumps in, and it's sort of a bait. Chaos is still hanging around because they're like, hang on, Armel's overextended. But hang on, surprise, Gabby comes in. The wraparound's perfect. And Gabby just sees the opportunity of a lifetime to just turn this game around.
Patience
and he
from
takes
Gabby,
it.
right? Patience is sitting there waiting for his BKB to come up, pops the BKB, blinks forward, perfect 2-man connection stun, and he's able to turn it entirely. Maybe even turn the entire game for his team as, let's see, it was a 6,500 gold lead. It's down to 0. It's actually in favor of, and the experience was always actually in favor of TNC because they were playing that farm game.
TNC are pinning the fire right now. If they're ready to hunt for more, the dust is going to be popped. Faded's out of range. TNC holding the high ground.
Gabby is very terrifying right now. Bloodlusted Sven with his dataless.
Bugs are out. Poking forward. He's going to pay for that. The lasso's there, Gabby. Waiting for the angle. He's going to jump in. He's looking for the backlines. Making sure Milan can't get into the fight commit. Now he turns towards the egg. Tim's coming across as well. Armel. He's up for the hits on the egg. Can they take it off his down? They can. Gabby gets the double kill. Turns over towards Misery. Now looks back towards Faded. Faded going in on Stiz with the Shikuchi. They'll lose the Yoga. But Gabby, he kills off a third. He's able to find Misery, get the triple kill into the trees. Out he goes. Gabby escapes as Gabby continues to carry TNC back towards the lead of this game. They'll lose Cuckoo, but the power of this Sven is just continuing to grow.
He keeps finding the perfect target. He jumps onto Milan. Kezu actually does the clutch play there with the Aghanims that he just picked up, picks him up into that egg, but it doesn't matter. He's actually not able to save him there as they both double commit onto the egg and actually bring it down. Gabby. And then he actually gets a crit. I saw Misery show himself for a second. He gets one-shotted by the Daedalus.
I thought Misery was out of there.
Didn't.
And suddenly he's dead.
It was a one-shot.
And look at this play. Gabby doesn't follow in here. He waits until he sees the Fisher and goes straight for the Shaker. Perfect target prioritization from this Sven.
Now we committed. Gabby really putting the team on his back right now. Now they also know that there is a egg. Phoenix as well they have to be watching out for, and is a level that egg. It's all there. 11 hits. They do have ways that they are buffed up, right? It's not just that they have BKBs, have the Bloodlust. Bloodlust versus that egg is really a little bit of that X factor. I saw him mousing over, and I was like, uh-oh.
Be careful, Chaos. They did have the lead at the start. The first sort of 25 minutes, they have to mid-racks. These last few fights have been very scary. Gabby Sven coming into his element. 10-1 and 4. On the way to AC and well on the way to level 25.
I mean, he's really packing a punch. Cuckoo is pretty still under farm still. He's 1-8 and 11. He's really the sacrificial lamb.
But he's getting the job done, right? He just needs to blink and lasso. Doesn't matter if he dies. Just all about the initiation. Damage, you leave that up to Gabby and Armel, both with their Daedaluses, or Daedalite.
Radiant's top
so hard,
shrine has fallen.
Probably gonna get overtaken. Tim's is actually level 18. Quite often. They need a force step though for Cuckoo. I know they have one on Tim's. Is that the Bat Rider, but we see the situation. The lasso is still pretty difficult. They have a Yule Scepter, but Chaos quite a while. Come on. It's really hard for him to actually just really. It's gonna get minus of Tim. Buff them. They're camping themselves up on the high ground here.
Dire are scanning.
One with the smoke, Tim's. He's on the front line, so they're going to spot the Ogre. Traps onto the Matu Bear. He did his hunting. Fine.
Track the bunny. What is he able to use?
Radiant's bottom
push in. They might have the creeps. Look at that.
Trying to protect himself with some Ghost Scepter as well. Gem. Self-safe.
It is a two-man stun straight away. Looking for the opening for the Ghost Scepter. Keys managed to save the lasso onto Faded with the BKB. Time-lapse. Keys Faded back up to full. They'll now turn towards Gabby, focusing the Sven. Kenju's in with the ult. They're just going to get out of it. TNC Armel won't be able to escape. Tim's as well. It's been isolated for the rest of the team as Chaos. And back to taking the fights in their favor. They get both the two of them. Jump forward from Milan. He's trying for more. Gabby's able to turn though and kill Milan off. BT Faded and Kezu unable to get on top of them in time. They'll dive forward. Gabby's teaming back to base. Stuns out. Onto Faded underneath the tower. Will back away. Milan did try and see if he could fish for more kills for the team, but ends up giving away his life.
Matu able to disengage pretty nicely that Ghost Scepter, and the BKBs, like we mentioned, they're low. Gabby, he's used it every single time, so that 5-second BKB, he's not actually able to get a kill during it. He has to just start running away. And Armel, he's caught in a rough place immediately as soon as that egg goes down.
Should be a quick rush for Chaos with a man down on TNC. Unlikely for them to be able to get here in time and contest. They are heading over the four of them.
BKB's up in 5 seconds.
maybe if they're quick with this move, Gabby's just picked up a full AC. If he gets in the pit right now, they've got to be quick on this. Cuckoo in position. Firefly is ready to go. He's knocked in with the flame break. BT Faded is focusing down Roshan. Matthew is pushing the rest of TNC away from the Roshan. So Chaos will be able to get that Aegis and cheese.
They broke the Blink Daggers there just constantly from Kezu jumping in forward with the Shivas as well as a Shuriken toss bouncing between the tracks. They were able to stop those Blink to jump in. It looked like TNC was maybe a little bit hesitant because they just spent all their gold on the Sven. They didn't have God's Strength available and Armel was still not alive. So they were kind of doubting if they should. Chaos. This one here, 3K gold lead. It's not the biggest lead back. But they get their Aegis, they get cheese. Spot here with their dual core, but with the Blink Dagger. Top of the Fnatic again.
Slow the siege.
4x.
Now it just seems destroyed. They do pop the fortification, keep it alive there a little longer. Gabby. Now onto the bear and Faded, but doesn't want to commit. Faded having that BKB and A just makes him a tricky target.
By Chaos, picking up that raid track slowly first. Finally makes it back. Team's base as his TP goes on cooldown for quite some time.
Grab the Shikuchi, he'll be able to get himself away.
He tracked up on the back rider now. Exactly where the blue position.
Do want to stick around Chaos to try and force that melee racks. They're going to go up again. Armel's on the front, starts to hit into Faded. Faded pops the time lapse. Vicious out. Onto Armel, no further commitment as of yet from Chaos. They'll start to move in with the bear. The bear actually bringing Armel down very low. He has to put the BKB. Started for Gabby. Gabby's in on the back lines. Goes to the keys. Matt is safe. Return for VT Faded. Faded still keeping that Aegis safe for now. They'll have the lasso onto Misery instead, as Misery will be the one to fall. Everyone else from Chaos gets out, and the Aegis is still protected. They can still go for another push for it. But we'll see if they want to wait until Misery's back in, as they do still have a fair bit of time to work with the Aegis. No need to hurry for Chaos.
They have the lanes pushing in, so still kind of just chilling in this area here for the time being. Their last bear for 85 seconds. Come back, maybe watch out for that one there. Just far forward, but it now has a BKB. So he's giving the bear a BKB.
Goes in. Well, was ready and hiding in the shadows. They'll quickly time that was Faded. Faded, forced in. Straight away had to put the BKB. Looks to be back on both Armel and Tim's. The remainder of that BKB duration wants to finish up the racks, and he'll get it. Melee racks full and Faded is out of there. The bear left behind. The bear will die.
They know they have no bear right now. They're going to commit forward here.
Cuckoo, he's chasing. Jump forward. Faded still incredibly low. Get himself away, and Kezu with that sun ray stops any further jump coming out from TNC. So Chaos, they get the racks, they get out of there, and they don't even lose the Aegis. They've still got it ready to go for another push.
Chaos very disciplined there with those pushes. TNC also not wanting to commit forward too far, even though they know that there was no bear. They didn't want to actually chase forward, and they didn't have God's Strength for that lasso. So they've drawn the line to try to catch some people bottom. Since they have top lane already pushed, Chaos has already pushed top as well as that mid lane. TNC's probably assuming, hey, Chaos is going to group up down bottom. Let's just bring a fight to them immediately and try to catch them off guard. And if they're grouping up to do so, it's still going to be into the Aegis for another minute or so. But they're trying to catch Chaos off guard down here.
They're going to expect this Chaos.
There's a scan. It does clip them.
Smoke out of the base.
The scan does clip. Chaos knows this is coming.
Cuckoo's in. Pop the dust. They get the lasso off straight away. They try and focus down onto the Weaver. Weaver will fall once. That's the Aegis gone. Gabby keeps itself to the edge, and they'll get themselves away from the sun. The Supernova won't do anything apart from push TNC away.
They didn't have to. They committed the BKB from EA, but not the BKB from the Sven. So Gabby still has his both available, as well as God's Strength. High ground. They're able to at least clear the Aegis. Getting reclaimed in about 30 more seconds. Chaos off guard.
Rune up, so we'll see if TNC are able to scout that one out. Armel or Gabby could have a bit of a field day with that, and there it is, it's spotted. So I want to grab that in the last 10 seconds before it goes. Maybe even hang around, see if they get another power rune on top of it.
DD haste. Pretty nice for Gabby.
See?
Gonna grab the DD.
There's no way he gets
Is
haste.
under attack.
There's no way.
Waited. Oh, it's an arcane. It's a 40,
that'll do as well.
It's 40-minute mark.
That's
so
still pretty good.
It was a pretty high chance of actually being one of those.
That's true.
Right? You
But
get
that's a pretty good one to get. Okay, if they can get a God Strength and BKB usage out of this, Gabby.
They have a smoke available for themselves, so they're immediately going to smoke to get something. So this top is kind of pushing out, mid is pushing out a little bit as well. They have traps set up in the lanes. They have their double siege wave actually pushing out right now too. Can they actually catch anything with the wraparound? Arcane DD Sven. Big
Chaos
wraparound.
have got to do their best to try and avoid a fight right now.
They're looking for the full wrap. They're actually expecting Chaos over here on the high ground.
They're going to miss them entirely.
Yep.
Baited. To tank up even more. A full Satanic on this Weaver. Satanic Scotty BKB faded is not an easy kill.
Not. They still have a lot of damage though. And even if he gets lassoed and the lasso ends, they have to watch out also for the nullifier. There is a nullifier on the TNC, so nullifier not allowing them to get the BKB up this time.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Push once more Chaos again. They go Gabby. There's the force to the side. Faded's able to put the BKB in the timelines. Now Gabby's sort of trapped out by the Fisher. Will have to take the long walk round. Get back up to the high ground, but that is the God Strength used. As Matu gets some damage onto the melee racks, Chaos reset. They know that both BKB and God Strength is down for a good minute or so.
Wait for that God Strength. BKB, also important, but God Strength is a big amount of the damage that TNC does have right now. They're going to force this issue.
They go again. The stuns are coming out onto the Weaver.
The BKB Bear, he's really trying to force it in here. They force Cliff right now. There is also backdoor protection kicking in for a second. Bottom wave though is starting to move in.
We'll back off once more. Gabby, did he just... He must have, right? I think he just bought a refresher orb, used it, and sold it.
Looks like.
But he did sell it, so that's a bit of effect on network down the drain, right? Unless I'm crazy, right? That's what he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he used God Strength.
Okay. Why would he sell it?
I didn't see him actually do it. So.
I mean, most of that's it. They didn't have a. They've not killed Rose 3 times.
No.
No.
He's up again now. Baby fading. He gets grabbed up.
Yep, they're gonna grab him. There's gonna be the egg straight out. They're actually gonna look to turn towards the egg with the BKB. They're gonna do a good job of taking it out. Oh, they got it. They get the egg. It's a double kill for AU out of all the people on the team. The Chad coming in big, taking the last hits on both of those.
He actually gets the blink off. Is he gonna do it? Oh,
He's on the chase of Miserable will be saved by the Bear feedback.
They did not expect that. That was the refresher play right there coming into play from Gabby.
They didn't. The 700 IQ play?
It really is.
Gabby, he's trying for more.
Yeah, AU, like you said, giving the last hit on that egg there.
That did it.
Looks kind of funny. He gets the double kill, but it happens to Namatumba. He's getting chased out by the rest of them. He is built to escape from here. He does not have TP either.
They've got him. They've got him as well.
Yep, and that's a
Look
gem.
at that.
Hitting the deck, so they will move that gem up as well for themselves.
I mean, I think why Gabby bought the refresh and then sold it was because he wanted to make sure he had buyback as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he had about 5,700 gold.
And then that put him at like
Bought it,
2,800.
used it for that play,
that makes sense.
or for the preparation of that play, and yeah, wanted to sell it just to make sure that he was going to be able to get back in case Joe doesn't actually get the chance to use the refresh BKB. And God Strength. See, we got you covered. We're professional casters, ladies.
Next level.
And you know, he's a fan at this point. He knows he's farming up so much gold. He can afford to sort of make that, not necessarily a risky play, but a play that yeah, you can certainly argue was very necessary.
Absolutely. That was, I mean, it could have been a game-winning play here again for Gabby, as he's been really putting the team on his back, like he said.
He's been putting all the work into this match.
11-1 as well. He's only dying the one time in this game. I'm trying to force forward his comeback, not buying back. He does not have the gold for it.
Dyer's middle
Look at the tower.
has fallen.
that one. And then start with those shrines.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Lead now. Chaos.
Dire's bottom shrine has
You
fallen.
got
Be a little worried.
Yeah, you is starting to pick up these. He's finally had some time to be able to pick up cloak orders for his team. These Centaur Courser, and also level 20. So he's got a GPM talent kicking in too.
I just want to see. I want to see Caps push and Gabby do the same play again. Just buy the refresher, refresh, sell it, make sure that he has buyback goal. It could happen if the push comes in soon.
It definitely could happen.
He could do. Well, obviously he's got Godshrimp. We could be available now. But
Sure, but if he it's happen anyway. I mean, it's a good item. It's like one of the best.
sure,
items that's anyway,
of course, he wants to have it anyway. Obviously, just in that situation, he was unable to keep it because he did want to make sure.
They've got the 4 Centaur Coursers, so everybody's sitting up in that, like, 50% magic resist, percent for some.
Focus once again.
50% for magic resist for Chen, and 50 magic resist, 5%.
Yeah.
When they're next to the combat. They all have different magic resist.
That is because Dota 2, and because they have different amounts of strength.
That is true.
I'm smart. Okay?
Smart.
I'm smart.
You're smart.
Thank you. Go around the pit.
Like, it's only one off.
Yes, yeah, that little amount of strength does. There's a little bit of a difference.
I guess the most surprising thing was like how low strength that the Sven has.
Sure, when he hasn't got God Strength.
Right?
But when he's got, dude, you gotta watch his magic resist when he pops the God
yeah,
Strength.
for sure.
It will go up to 56. How much would it go up?
If he's next to the Coursers. Dota Quest is still even on the win probability.
It is it?
Yep.
It is.
49 to 51, back and forth all over the place in this game.
I'm a little surprised there. It's not so, I guess because they have lost quite a fair bit of the base.
Yep.
It still feels pretty confident having it 50-50, but the way the TNC's played these last few fights, I think it's a little scary for Chaos.
Yeah. Does seem to start to be like that as they're starting to poke here in the pit, and it's a refresher shard on the key. Oshan. 1007. He has bought back, and he actually has the surplus for that refresh. Scout some stuff. Rallying around those Chen creeps. Because Vlad's solid. He also has, yeah, he has that. Let's hold up. They're hitting very hard, very fast.
It's the smoke. And see, they're gonna find Chaos that's without Faded. I guess Faded's got the 25, so he can very easily get over. Extra movement speed during Shikuchi. It is TNC won't find them. They'll be able to get a D-ward done. It's just going to give up movements. And TNC actually going to head to the pit. They get another DD room for Gabby.
TNC's also carrying 2 gems, which is pretty interesting and because they're playing versus both the Bounty Hunter and the Weaver. It makes sense. They're just having the coverage of the fights across the board for them.
TNC.
Make sure they
wrap
claim
around
the
Cuckoo. He's in. He's going to jump straight away to fall with the BKB in the lasso. He's got the grab. Arlell's in with the damage to follow. Misery's dead. They'll look towards Faded. Faded gets the time laps out. He's back up the full. Supernova being used, but TNC, they're able to easily walk away from it.
It's not in a good spot this time around.
They kite it out. The only thing to result from that fight is dead Misery. Chaos now down a member around this Roshan time.
Have their God Strength, it was used, and the BKB as well, but you see Gabby does have that refresher. Yeah, he gave the refresher, his refresher orb to hide it to Tim's. This guy is really going next level right now. And then he's like, yo, Tim's,
they
pass
won't
it back
expect
to me.
it.
All right, thanks, Tim's. Now I got my refresher back.
He was delivering.
He was trying to, no, he was hiding it. He had it in his backpack, and then he gave it to Tim's. And now he's putting it back into his inventory, moving forward into the pit. They will see the, I mean, if they identify, if they see with the bugs, the refresher is there, they're going to be aware that Gabby is going to be able to refresh and look at that if he chooses to do so.
If he needs to, because he's still got, can maybe wait out the 50 seconds. He knows that they're probably not going to try and fight before Misery's back.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on to it as long as possible.
Needs to be going to win the game of Dota.
I thought maybe he had like misclicked, like trying to swap it, but no, he like clearly
He just goes right up to the stride. He gets the grab onto Kezu. He's dead. No buyback.
Oh my, That's like the
Cuckoo!
That was the best target he could. Kenzo committed his gold. He bought the refresher.
Hey, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He has the buyback.
He's not got the buyback.
He is the most important hero on the team on the side of Chaos.
Oh, no. He's dead. He's dead. Roshan is also going to be dead. TNC, take the Aegis. Take the cheese, and what was it? Was it a refresher or an axe?
It was a refresher.
It was a refresher.
They have it on the Batrider for now, but they can definitely look to move it around. Depending on the situations, this gets caught. The best possible target for Cuckoo to find, and he does get it.
Cuckoo just... Did he go in blind as well? He must have done, right, Cuckoo?
Like it, yeah.
Cuckoo just going in blind. I mean, this is the Cuckoo bat that we've seen time and time again.
When he has the BKB, he feels so much safer, right? And he had the BKB in the last 2 fights, so he can easily just jump in. Yeah,
nothing to stop that sort of play. Cuckoo did it in game 2 against Secret, getting these lassos to secure them the victory, and he's doing it again here in this series against Chaos.
Yeah, Gabby now with the Moon Shard. He actually is going to keep the Moon Shard. He's going to backpack the Echo Saber for the time being, and he's actually selling the Echo Saber. So he's like, all right, Moon Shard is better. Now I have much more attack speed. And
true.
That's
true. It is.
Yep.
That's a lot of attack speed.
It's 40.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Some of the neutrals now. More comfortable in this spot. Also back out on the map. They've got everyone back in the game.
They're way over as well with their gem.
Dire's top
buyback.
shrine.
Matumba Man, Misery, as well as Kezu do not have buyback. Everybody else in the game has buyback available.
Yeah, everyone on TNC is good to go.
Up on these high grounds. But man will split push. He also has a Moon Shard of his own on the bear. The line is drawn. Cuckoo. I think he's probably saying, look, I'm gonna push bottom and I blue to travel. I can join you.
Seeing here, Gabby running through the items that he wants to buy. Did scoot up? Now he's thinking butterfly. Hex understandable because he has a refresher. Butterfly understandable because he wants to evasion. Finds Cuckoo.
There we go.
He's got the BKB, the Hand of God from AU. He forces out. That's an Echo Slam, no kill. No kill for Chaos. Now the look to Tims. Jumping for Gabby. BKB's out in time to dodge the stun. Gabby's committing. They got the kill. Faded is just straight up dead. As Gabby cuts him down, the egg hits nobody.
The DD plus, I think a Melt Bash stopped him, right?
The Melt Bash got him, and it also got Misery.
Oh my.
Cuckoo's even fishing for more. As he jumps in, chases down Chaos. He's got his eyes on Milan. He sidesteps the Fisher. So is out. Gabby's gonna get another one out of this as Chaos lose 3. TNC are playing this half of the game to perfection. As Chaos, they came relatively close to having what looked to be a win, but at this point,
Milan
it seems almost all over for Chaos.
He went for Cuckoo, the jump back there, but his cores weren't actually close enough to dish out the damage, really. Too much. A little bit of an overzealous jump there by him as they lose quite a lot there.
They're going to lose the racks here, potentially, as Gabby just pops the God Strength. Fortification will end.
Kezu was forced to use his refresher as well to just escape in that moment too, so he had used it. He has his egg available here for this one, but TNC, they're just pushing this down. They pop their refresher as well. Yeah, Gabby looking to clean up these 2 racks pretty easy with this team. Chaos gonna respond to Bear, gets annihilated.
Chaos gonna try for the Fisher onto Tims. Dive forward for Chaos. They're slowing down Armel and Gabby. Armel and Gabby on the retreat are forced to get Armel back to safety over the Fisher. They'll get out of there. TNC able to retreat and back off. Armel turns Melt Bash onto the bear. He's grabbed the bear and locked him down. The bear is dead. Matu without the bear. It's Chaos. Vader's come in. He stuns. And that's back to safety, but 30k lead now for TNC. The base of Chaos starting to get pulled apart.
They're really not having too much damage anymore. It's just everybody on the side of TNC is just crazy tanking. They're also dishing out an absurd amount of damage inside of the fights too.
Look at the dollar that these lads have.
Yeah, everybody is super rich.
11,000 gold on TA, Armel.
I mean, yes, he has things he can buy. He still can eat the Moon Shard. Yep.
Maybe we'll finally see the Aghanims TA.
Did you One of the other streams, there was an Aghanim.
There was an. Oh wow.
I don't think
Never
I don't know
seen
if he
it.
even used it actually, but he
Did
did
not,
have
okay.
it. 12,000 gold. Gabby also been passed over now. The refresher shard, his refresher orb is on cooldown, and he's gonna get brought to bottom. So he's gonna have double God Strength, double BKB. Again, the bears are available.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Let's have the one that's just been summoned. This will get reclaimed.
Dire's bottom barracks is falling.
Now he's eating them.
Blessings.
He can still get an Aghanims for himself too.
I can. Indeed.
Good actually with EA.
Yeah.
They back up, pick 4 bounty runes, and roll their lead now.
Haste.
Chaos. Brick roll, and it's just getting.
36K
It just seems like it seems so hard now.
Oh, it does. It does. This is a situation that Chaos have been in before here in the group stage, and one that they've struggled to ever really turn around. It's TNC looking again to show us why this team is one that you cannot take your eye off.
They do take this one, which is looking like they will. They better turn enormous hogging to Gabby. Definitely put the team on his back for this one. The rest of them, sure, they've gotten a couple pickups, but he's definitely had the big
They've had
standouts.
some great individual plays, but yeah, overall, Gabby's just been the driving force, and that's a bit fortunate for game. Tims.
Has the protection for himself. Goes after plus a Lotus.
Yeah, they can't quite get more. Faded. The bash shot for Gabby.
Bear.
We're jumping off the bear with the Mel bash as well. The bear is getting beaten down. The bear is dead.
You gotta resummon.
Tims being focused now. VT Faded popping the BKB to try and commit before this Ogre kill. They'll get it. They will find VT Faded. Armel going for the TP out. And he'll make it with that BKB. Nothing to cancel it in time.
Dire's
Might
middle
leave
tower
or get
is
Matthew
under
close
attack.
enough to allow the bear to hit and try for a bash. Disarmed. Push TNC back. We'll get them away from their half of the map for now.
Force that resummoning again though every single time. So when Tims does respawn, they will.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, gold over. That Moonshard.
Are they gonna smoke out here on the side of Chaos? I think they should. I think they should look for some type of play here while Tims is dead. Welcome to scout some. There's Gem though.
They see him. He looks to commit. Armel's in. Oh, Hex! Hex! He gets Hex! Oh no!
Is he gonna go down? He is!
He is! He's dead! The Hex play catches him off guard, and with the drag back of this lasso, they'll find Matthew too!
Oh my god. What was it? That's AU with the Hex, right? If it's the high ground with that 200 cast rate talent on the Chen level 10, he gets that far Hex. Kezu not expecting that one from the high ground there. Instantly grabbing him. Oh my god. And now 75 seconds, no bear.
Shit again. I mean, just look at the range.
Watch the chat.
Where does that Hex come from?
Whoop. Immediately catches him. And throws the penitence on him for the faster attack speed. for his
Absolute
teammates.
mile off. And the tip as well.
Yeah, of course. There's no way you could wait. You're like, wait, Chen has a Hex. Oh my god, Chen just hexed me. Armel.
Yeah, looking for Armel.
Gotta get caught by the stun. It's a long one too because it is the bumped up edge.
They have the damage to kill him. He's gonna be forced to
Another
safety.
one.
There's gonna be another right, but Armel's just on top of it with the BKB. Kenju's out. He's died. Kenju's dead. The X taken out. The Echo. It's a big one. It's a big one. Is it enough though? It's not.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It gets Armel, but Armel buys back. As there's 3 dead on Chaos. A big echo, but an echo a little too late from Atlantis. This game is over. The GG is called, and TNC take game 1 against Chaos.
It was a beautiful echo, but yeah.
It didn't. It was far too late.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, it was the only.
There wasn't
big
any
echo we
follow-up.
saw.
It still was exciting, but there was no follow-up there at the end. Lone Druid's still dead. Kezu had gotten finished off by the 2, focusing him with that BKB.
TNC once again looking terrifying. A game in which Chaos they really did sort of crush the opening. They were really solid. They had a really good read. Had some really good moves with the support rotations of Misery and Milan. But it didn't stay together long enough to get themselves the win. They got what's sort of the full set of racks top. They're able to get half of the racks mid, and then it all started to turn around. Gabby with those mid-game fights.
Gabby's so clutch.
Finding the right times, right angles to get in with the jumps. There was no chance for Chaos to come back after that.
Yeah.
They could never get this team fight together. They could never get this Slam Supernova down. It just never happened, really.
No, it really didn't. I mean, it was really just a lot of the focus fire coming out from Gabby, right? He just had to put a target on Milan's back and just kept going for him in every single one of the fights. And Matumba as well. He was trying to protect himself, but the bear at some point versus the sheer amount of physical damage, it just dies.
Just have a look at the damage numbers here. Gabby, 62,000 hero damage in that game. Armel the closest at 39k, but just to show you how far ahead Gabby was in terms of just dishing out the damage, 71 and 11. Some stellar performances, of course, from the entire lineup of TNC, being the hex play from AU, the earlier grab into the blind of that upper ground that Cuckoo was able to make with that bat jump. It all came together. And TNC, they've taken one game off Chaos. Probably pretty hopeful. They're looking to take a second coming into this game too, as Chaos they tried something a little different, opening with this Misery bounty. It looked hot at the start, but it fell off in sort of the traditional manner that we've seen bounties when they have been picked, at least do so lately. They have that sort of laning strength, at least that rotation, that surprise element, but they do fall off.
It did seem like they had a good timing window that they could definitely have won the game there. I mean, the graph really tells the story in this one. It's literally like up and down all the way, and then until the end, it was just a straight up line for TNC. Yeah, it was still a good showing there for Chaos. They just try to crisp it up and just end the game when they have.
TNC never lost for Chaos. They'll take first game of the series, TNC. They got one more chance to take another win from Chaos after the break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back for game 2 at TNC versus Chaos.